and go for it. I thought that 31 minutes or 32 minutes with Ratfink was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it just shows you he's positive energy. That's really what he's saying. Be positive energy instead of all this negativity.
Yeah. It was fascinating to me to see Elon Musk show up there because, he's either loved or hated by people. In fact, somebody in my little communist neighborhood here in Delaware bought a Cybertruck and pulled it into their driveway, and people in the town Facebook chat were taking pictures of it and mocking it. Like, why do you care? Oh, no, we have an Elon supporter in our neighborhood. People are nuts.
Well, my youngest son, David, the teenager, he goes to Elon University of North Carolina. Do you know some of the teachers, the professors there, and the students had said when they have T-shirts that says Elon or things like, they're like, can't you make sure that you put university?
Oh, my God.
Because they were worried.
Amazing.
They're woke, and they're worried
amazing.
that...
Can we please put university on there so people don't think?
Like for me, I love it, Elon, and because I go both ways. I love Elon Musk and I love Elon University.
Clip that.
She goes both ways. She goes both ways.
Please clip that. Nick's going to want that on his board.
Yeah, he has that somewhere from Dawn saying that. By the way,
yes,
Mike, you've been sent a Zoom link. I don't know if you can click on that right now, but we are back up on YouTube, youtube.com/@1210WPHT. So please make sure. What's the matter?
Who's missing? Where's Mike?
I'll be there in a minute.
He'll be here in a minute. We have an empty chair in honor of Nick
looks
Kayal.
Weird.
We have an empty chair right now in honor of Nick Kayal.
Is that a commentary?
I mean, really,
it's weird.
It's
but I looked over and I'm like, wait,
it's kind of rude, Greg. Yeah, we have an empty chair in honor of Nick Kayal.
It's 10:19 as Dawn Stensland is finishing up her last Big Three story. That we'll look over, and that's what we see.
Hold on, let me see if I can get in there.
We need a cutout of Kayal just to put there.
Yeah.
Am I showing up now?
There you go. Look at you. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. I want everybody who switched over to the Odyssey app. And by the way, I can see that in real time. So, Dawn, I love seeing the fact that people love the show so much that if we're not on YouTube, they go right over the Odyssey app because I can see the spike in it. So we thank everybody so much for trying to find the show any way you can. We're trying to make it easy for you. I'm trying to make a good experience for you. That's why I want to make sure that if there's ever an issue with the Odyssey app or 1210WPHT or YouTube, I want to make sure it's the best experience we can possibly give you. So we're going to be behind on viewers right now. So what I need everybody to do is hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. So get on over to YouTube, youtube.com/@1210WPHT. Thanks.
I would have been here sooner. I had to put pants on again.
Put your pants on.
Put your pants on and get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Elon thing was big. I thought that was the high, everybody said, well, Trump's speech and the Greenland agreement. We don't have an agreement yet. We have a framework for an agreement.
A framework that was already put in place in 1951. So
sure, but at least we let them know, hey, we still have this.
We went from invading Greenland to take it over to we'll just expand on the pact that we already had from 1951. Basically.
Well, was it not the art of the deal? Wasn't that this was perfect Trump?
Yeah. For those of us who feel like for those of us Trumpaholics,
Greg
Amy, we're Trumpaholics and we're Trump whisperers. I could have told you all of this, and I think I did tell you this, didn't I? I knew what he wanted, and so what does he do? It's shock and awe. He goes in and it knows that what he says they're going to misinterpret. They're going to so that they go, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? And they go, oh. Well, he only wants a negotiation, and he wants a little bit of the minerals, and he wants to protect space. And okay, fine.
Well, the Golden Dome part of the deal is really the key part.
That was the whole thing.
It's easier to mine the moon than it is to mine Greenland.
But I think it was all about the Golden Dome. I think it was all about that. I think it's all Reagan and the Golden Dome all along.
Well, yeah, the Golden Dome, which will now be based in Greenland, and Canada will be protected by it, even though Canada's in the discipline couch right now, because that Carney guy is he's becoming a Carney, if you ask me. He's kind of a bit of a clown.
On the way home from Davos, Trump spoke on the Greenland. Phil, do you have 38 here? Since we're going down this.
Why not?
How would it be any different than the current situation? The U.S. can
Much different, much more detailed, much more generous to the United States. It's a much more generous deal. It has to be. And we're building a Golden Dome, and you see the way it works. That is so much better for us and for Europe to have that piece of ice covered by the Golden Dome.
There you go.
I love the way he comes out and was Susie Walls in the background of that clip?
Susie Wild. She was not.
Susie Wild.
I did see.
She was there.
I did see the video that you're talking about, Mike, where she was in like a sweatshirt or something.
I thought she was in like jammies.
she might have been. It's like the middle of the night or something.
Yeah,
isn't it?
a lot of those people will crash on Air Force One and try and take a nap, and they all say Trump never sleeps. But she was there making sure, because I guess Caroline Leavitt needs to get rest. But Susie Wiles was standing right behind him, and I'm going, is she like in Hello Kitty jammies or something? Because I would pack that if I were flying.
Yeah.
They fly, and there's supposedly some kind of special vitamin you can take during some of these long trips where you bank some sleep. I'd like to know what that is. I think morning radio people should be allowed to get that.
Well, I'm telling you, they can do nowadays. There are services where you can get all this stuff, the peptides, all these vitamins that they're. That's part of what Elon's talking about, and that's the next big thing.
What's the next big thing? Peptides? I mean, people are already taking peptides.
No, this is different though. This is something different. Collagen, peptides. That's the future.
Yeah, you know what?
You're on social media too much.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Greg, it's. We'll talk.
He's a social
We'll talk,
media
okay.
hater.
Okay.
No, there are doctors. They're like boutique.
Every single fad, Dawn gets swept up.
No,
in.
it's not a fad. It's
Greg.
It's somebody that I'm working on with a local doctor who has like a whole boutique thing, and somebody I've known for years, one of Stacia's best friends, actually manages the office.
Okay.
So it's a potential sponsor for me. Hopefully, cross your fingers. But what they do is, this is the specialty where you go there and you get all of this like good stuff. This is what all the Hollywood movie stars do, and the prices are coming down.
Rick Rivera on the YouTube chat is correct. Peptide is the word of the day.
It is.
So,
Exactly.
Dawn,
Stem cells, peptides, collagen.
we were grazing the cable the other day,
Because Joe
and
Rogan says it.
Home shopping had people wearing these infrared masks that are now being sold in the cosmetic counters. Mm-hmm. You don't have one of those, do you?
No.
It looks like a hockey mask. Mm-hmm. You know, Greg, have you seen these?
No.
It looks like the most ridiculous thing. They had a presenter on HSN sitting there with this hockey mask, this white hockey mask. You see all the little red lights, the infrared lights. And by the way, 20 years ago, they told us all it grew hair.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You wear the cap and turn it.
Did you try?
It does not work.
It's amazing.
Yes, but now, so Dawn, how do you keep is it peptides, the word of the day, that keep your skin so fabulous?
No, I don't drink and I don't smoke.
What fun are you? What do you do,
and
to quote Adam Ant?
Drink a ton of water. There it is. That's the secret to life. And I learned from my dad.
But what about all the wine mentions in the conservative tours commercials?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the thing about it is, honestly, and everybody will tell you, when we went over there, we would have like a glass of wine with lunch, a glass of wine with dinner, like they all do in Europe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have all the stuff that we put
The
in
sulfides that we put in the
all
wines.
the nasty. So it's like Jesus wine, and you're fine.
So the Jesus juice is okay.
Yeah. So on conservative tours, that's when I have wine
That's where
daily.
she has wine. That's where
But
she has
not now.
We need to put out a line of Dawn Stensel's Jesus juice.
By the way, when you're in Portugal,
Yeah.
by the way, conservativetours.com, please sign up if you haven't done so already. When you're in Portugal, the wine, the port is amazing there, and I'm gonna request you bring some home for me. I have a 1998 port that I still have because it was the year I graduated high school. I have a 1998 port that I
What are you,
have.
Niles Crane? You're pouring a glass of port. Fraser, shall we have a port?
I've not opened it up yet. It's being kept in a place where it's at a
Dark?
good temperature. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a good temperature, so it's still fresh. So I'm gonna ask that Don Senslin bring me home a bottle of port.
Done.
Why I am so happy we're back up on YouTube. People understood. 91 XLRS, got it. It was a Michael Jackson reference, the Jesus Juice.
Jesus juice, absolutely.
Nobody remembers.
Of course.
Thank you, 91
Of course.
XLRS,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well done.
I thought you just made that up.
No, that's a classic, Mike. We're going to be drinking some Jesus juice with Don Stenson.
By the way, you know that what is he? A senator or congressman, Mike Lawler? You know, when he was in high school, he went to the Michael Jackson trials because he really thought that Michael Jackson was innocent, and he would say bad things about the mothers of the kids that Michael Jackson allegedly molested. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Stand-up guy that Mike Lawler
Was
is.
he a reporter?
No, he was just a 18-year-old who probably never got laid, so he was obsessed with Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Sad.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. By the way,
Yes.
we're back up there right now, so we're way behind. We're like half the number of viewers we have normally at this time. So I ask that everybody who switched over to 1210 WPHT or the Odyssey app just go back over there and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Sean Ferris joining us for the
Yep.
cut sheet.
5
Do
minutes.
we need a break
We need
before
to take,
then?
Yeah, we need to take a break. When we come back, we have so much. I have let me see here. 1, 2. I think I have 9 pages. I have 9 pages of cut sheet. So, and we only scratched the surface in the first hour and 40 minutes.
We
of the
have
show.
a whole bunch of really bad people on that cut sheet, Gregory.
I know.
They're and I'm sorry to call you Gregory,
Yeah,
but
please
it's
don't.
quite serious.
Bad. Who's
They
bad?
there's some really awful people, and I
Yeah.
want to point them out because it seems like it's not getting better; it's getting worse.
Dawn, talk to us about Chapman Windows and Doors.
Yes, we got to talk about Chapman Windows, Doors, and Siding. You know that I've been with them and they've been with me for a very long time, many years, and they've done a lot of beautiful work in my home. So if you've been thinking about replacing, especially your entry door, your front door, patio doors, January this month is a great time to start the planning. Spring is going to be here before we know it. It's the perfect season to be enjoying an upgrade like that. So what I love, one of the things I love about Chapman, how hands-on they are from the design to the installation. Chapman, they're going to walk you right through every single step, craftsmanship, high quality craftsmanship, and it does really show. It makes a difference, especially with doors. The difference in curb appeal, security, energy efficiency, that's going to be immediate. But I want you to think about something that even if you get the most expensive, the most amazing, let's say front door, for me, I think of all the patio doors that they've installed. Here's the deal. If the right people don't install it properly, it's not going to work properly. So it matters. And that's where that high quality craftsmanship comes in with the Chapman family team. Right now, Chapman offering 10% off. That makes right now a very smart time to start the conversation with Chapman. So if new doors are on your list this year, among other things, my advice is simple. Visit my friends at chapmanwindows.com, chapmanwindows.com, Chapman Windows Doors Siding today, chapmanwindows.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Attention all dog owners. If you have ever listened to the radio or TV for any length of time, you've probably heard of America's #1 dog supplement, Rough Greens. Greetings, naturopathy Dr. Dennis Black, Amazon best-selling author and founder of Rough Greens here. And if your dog suffers from bad breath, itchy skin, licking paws, joint pain, or low energy, the truth is their food is probably to blame. You see, all commercial dog food is dead food. That's why I created Rough Greens. One daily scoop gives your pup the live vitamins, omega oils, probiotics, and enzymes that will bring their food back to life. Don't believe me? Let your dog try it before you buy it. I'll send you a free Jumpstart trial bag, risk-free. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. That's ruffgreens.com. Use discount code NEWS. Don't wait. Give your dog the gift of vibrant health. Order now. It'll be at your house in a few days. Go to roughgreens.com. That's RUFFgreens.com. Discount code NEWS for your free Jumpstart trial bag today. Rough Green. We make any dog food better.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
There's a reason that potato chips don't come in a clear bag.
There's only 8 chips in this bag.
That's why. It's only about 2/3 full. The rest is air. It's a lot like opening up your 401k at retirement. You get about 2/3 of it, and the rest goes to Uncle Sam. Jim Cipriotti at the Retire Ready Financial Group can help. His tax mapping process can help forecast what your tax bill will be in the future, and that way you can build a strategy now to potentially decrease your tax bill in retirement. In other words, more for you and less for Uncle Sam. Call today for your complimentary retirement tax mapping report, 610-894-7415. That's 610-894-7415, or find them online at retirereadyfg.com. And get Uncle Sam's greedy hands out of your retirement.
Hey, you've had enough.
With a complimentary tax mapping report from Jim Cipriotti. Investment advisory services offered through Retire Ready Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through James V. Cipriotti, Retire Ready Financial Group, LLC, NPN number 2083768.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, I'm giving my hair salon a total makeover.
Total makeover sounds totally expensive.
We updated our logo and colors, so I needed to print new signage, brochures, business cards, everything.
Everything will not be cheap.
Staples did it all, and I saved $100 on my order.
$100? Trim my whiskers, that's a good deal. For everything your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Be sure to follow Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the free Odyssey app. Download it now.
It is 7:46. Kayal and Company. No Kayal today. Nick Kayal fighting COVID. I assume he'll be back Monday, but depending on the snow and how much we get, he might be in the home bunker in the Kayal Cave. You know, it's been 10 years. 10 years since we had that, 2 feet that fell in Center City. And, you know, the people were shoveling so long, they were bent over like the Kensington dance that people do. I just remember that. It was like 2 feet of snow, 2016, January, too. So we're due, I guess.
That was the last big one.
Save that one, too. Everything is subject to abuse, Dawn. Please know that. Save that. But I'm here filling in for Nick. He should be back. I'm sure he's going to kick the COVID by then. Although his one daughter got it.
Yes.
Then Nick got it
last week.
Now Nick's probably giving it to the wife or the other daughter, and it'll flip back around, right?
His wife has it too, as well. So
okay, so he's due to then get it again next week.
It's a disgusting house, and they need to stay far away from all of us.
My suspicion is that because this was the first school year, right, that the girls and Kristen were here, and so they're catching all of our freaky Philly strains of stuff,
which they didn't.
Because they've been in Nashville,
which they didn't get in Tennessee. By the way, speaking of Tennessee,
Yeah.
it's a Farish Friday.
Woohoo!
It is a Farish Friday.
It's a Farish Friday.
Farish
What's up?
Friday.
You're talking about that. I have to tell you something, right?
Yeah.
You look at Kayal, and he's a great guy, but he's got the China virus that came from China, and
the Wuhan Red Death,
the Wu flu. We're gonna hold President Xi accountable, right? And I don't know if you can call him President Xi. That might not be his pronouns. It might be President He very soon. We'll see what happens. But, President He She, we may call him. So who knows? It's very unfortunate that he's got the China virus, right? They call it the Kung flu, the Wu flu. It's a very nasty thing. Very nasty.
Sean Farish, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, dude?
What's going on? Long time no see.
I know. So it was supposed to. So for those of you who don't know, it was supposed to be. We're having these American Idol type tryouts.
It's Philly Radio Idol.
Philly Radio Idol for Afternoon Drive here in Philadelphia. So today, from 3 to 6, was supposed to be Mike Opelka and Sean Farish. And to be honest with you, I was really excited to hear the two of them together. But because Nick is a pussy and decided to get sick,
are we sure, Greg,
yes,
that Nick's feline status is the cause, or did he bet on the wrong team on Monday?
Yeah, and he has
Moose Rocco help Nick find his wallet.
So he was supposed to so because he's sick, Mike had to fill in for Nick these last 2 days. So Sean Farish will be solo this afternoon from 3 to 6. So make sure you're tuning in for that.
And be supportive.
Right.
Call in.
You got to keep me company. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, it's
going to be a great time. That much I can tell you, We're going to have a tremendous time.
Sean, are you guys panicking the way we're being told to panic up here?
Are you kidding me? Here's the thing, right? So I'm a weather nut, like a weather nut.
Yeah.
All right. So we've known about this. This household has known about this for a little while, and you had these maps showing 2 feet of snow, and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna go well in Tennessee. That's gonna go over real well. So there's a lot of people panicking. We're gonna get mostly rain. It's gonna be rain. It's gonna be raining most of the time, and there's no bread, and there's no milk, and there's very little liquor left in the liquor store, and I'm a little disappointed because I like to play the game of buy a 12-pack of beer, hide it on the driveway, and then while you're shoveling, find the beer and drink it. So this way, by the time you're done shoveling, you feel really good. You don't hate the fact that you're shoveling anymore because it's a game. I'm not going to get to play that because we're going to get nothing but slop. I think a lot of the East Coast is going to see more mixing and more ice and freezing rain than they want because of how warm the whole system is going to be coming off the Gulf of America, but there was panic here. I don't know. When I used to live on Long Island, there was panic before snowstorms, and I was like, guys, we've been here before. You're going to shovel. It's going to be okay.
I was going to say your wife might not be used to this because she's originally from Florida, right, Sean? But you,
she was excited for the whole 2 feet of snow because she's never experienced that. And I was like, yeah, I'm excited too. Let's get a bunch of stuff, but the state's going to be shut down for a month.
But but you being a native New Yorker, snow is nothing for you.
Yeah. I used to drive a small compact car, and I used to treat it like a tank in these snowstorms. And I maybe you've gotten stuck once or twice, but now I have a truck, and you could drive that thing through anything.
Yeah.
But it's nothing to me. But when you live in so for example, when there was a storm that not wasn't a tornado but looked like a tornado on Long Island, nobody knew what the hell to do. It was just there's a tree down. What do we do? It was down for 2 months. People didn't know what to do. So but Tennessee can clean up after a tornado in 10 hours. It's okay, business. But when a snowstorm happens here, a winter storm, it's not in our budget to be prepared for this. So hopefully, look, I've seen a lot of the recent models, the recent trends. It looks like it's going to be warmer here. Rain. I'm hoping for just rain. A, you don't have to shovel it. B, it's not going to, be icy, but we'll see what happens.
All right, we should actually before we officially start the cut sheet at 8 minutes late. Before we officially start the cut sheet, Mr. President, just so you know, we had to close down the this morning when we started broadcasting on YouTube, we had to close it down because we had all kinds of technical issues. It was choppy, it was all this, so we had to restart it. It took like 10 minutes to restart it. So right now we're only at about half the viewers that we normally have at this hour. Could you please tell people to hop on over to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe button?
Well, what we need, let me just tell you, it says part 3, right? It says part 3, which is like, a trilogy. It's a beautiful trilogy. I got along very well with Darth Vader. I got along very well with Emperor Palpatine, believe it or not. He said to me, "Sir, I'm going to strike you with lightning." I said, "You're not going to do that." He didn't do that. But you look at the YouTube. You look at the YouTube chat. You look at the YouTube likes. You got to hit the like button. You got to do it, or we're going to have a problem. What happened to Maduro is going to happen to you. You're going to go to sleep. You're going to wake up, and Delta Force is going to be in your bedroom. So hit the like and hit the share. You have to share it with your friends if you have friends. I heard you people in Philadelphia don't have a lot of friends, but you got to share it with your friends, okay? Share it with your friends and hit the like. You have to hit the like. Slam the like.
Thank you, Mr.
Hit it like Chris Christie hits a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. You know that? Hit it hard.
Not right. That's not
you
right.
got to hit it hard.
All right, Mr. President. Thank you. Let's do this.
What's on the cut sheet?
What's on the cut sheet on this Fairish Friday, almost 10 minutes late, is sponsored by Tri-County Auto. Great deals on Toyotas and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Stop by both dealerships. Look for the big American flag. Thank you, Tri-County Auto, for sponsoring the ever-important Friday edition, my favorite edition, of What's on the Cut Sheet. So Josh Shapiro, the gov of Pennsylvania, is out on a book tour because nothing happening. I don't know, Sean, you may not have heard this, but I was complaining that the governor of our state, Pennsylvania, is out on a book tour, and I just got my PICO bill for December. There was a comma in it. There was a comma in my PICO bill. So you can.
What is PICO?
It's
the power company.
Yeah, it's the power company. So,
Comma.
Yeah, if the gov doesn't mind, instead of hawking his book, maybe he can do something in the state to help lower our bills. Just asking for a friend. Just asking for it. But he has time to do CBS Sunday Morning, which I guess will air this Sunday. This is a little excerpt that has been released upcoming, where he references the big story coming out of his book, where he was asked if he was a Israeli agent, a spy agent, by the Kamala Harris administration. Right? Am I getting that story right, Stensler?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I'm booking a flight for David. But I am listening to you.
Booking a what? Wait, hang on.
He just called me. Mom, am I coming home for fake break?
Does he not know what you do all morning?
He does.
But he thinks it's okay to call his mom at 7:55 in the morning when
My baby wants to come home.
When she's
Wait, he's got a card. I've heard on the show. He's got a card. He can book his own damn flight. He's an adult. He could volunteer to fight and die for the country, get buy a house. He's all grown up and haired over.
You're my baby.
Disgraceful. Disgraceful. All right, Josh Shapiro, roll this.
While you were being vetted to be Kamala Harris's running mate, you were asked, have you ever been an agent of the Israeli government?
Yes.
And they also asked you if you were a double agent for Israel.
They actually asked if I was an agent and if I had ever spoken to an undercover, agent of the Israeli government.
And what did you say?
Well, on the first, I said, of course not. And on the second, I said, of course not. And I mean, look, I was the Attorney General. I sent people undercover on operations all the time. And, if you're doing a good job being undercover, you don't know that person is undercover. So I sort of made that point to try and lighten the mood that if they were
how would I know if I
undercover,
was talking to an undercover agent if they were undercover?
Right,
Yeah.
literally. And again, I understand they had a job to do to ask me those questions. I think it went beyond just checking a box on a questionnaire.
Why do you think they asked you that?
I don't know. I don't want to sit here and ascribe beliefs to others. I can tell you that it landed on me in an offensive way. I have dedicated my entire adult life to serving this country in different elected capacities, different volunteer capacities. I love this country, and for someone to question that, for someone to question my loyalty, particularly as someone who is as open about his faith as he is, was offensive to me.
Do you think Kamala Harris knew that you were being asked that question?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know if the vice president knew that I was being asked that question, and I don't know if the vice president knew that I called 48 hours before she announced her decision to pull out and tell her I did not want to be considered. I don't know.
What an embarrassment. First of all, does any spy, when asked, "Are you a spy?" go, "Oh yeah, you got me."
Yeah,
I'm a spy.
Yep.
Golly Bob, howdy. Yeah, sorry.
Want to know
Great
something funny?
point.
Yeah.
I've been asked that question too.
It's true.
By your wife?
No, he's. I mean,
by anybody. That,
yes.
Are you working for Israel? Are you getting AIPAC money? Are you part of the Mossad?
Ridiculous.
But like, yeah, I'm going to admit it. On social media, I'm just going to be like, got it. Yep. This is my Mossad handler. Matter of fact, I need to know who the AIPAC guy is. Because we spent a lot of money in the supermarkets this week preparing for this snowstorm that's not coming. I could use a little AIPAC subsidy. I think it's funny because it's kind of confirms the suspicion, right, that Josh Shapiro is too Jewish for Kamala Harris. Because there's no other reason why they would have asked him that question if he wasn't a Jew. They're not asking a non-Jew, are you an AIPAC guy or are you an Israeli spy? It's ridiculous.
Even though her husband, Doug, is Jewish.
Right.
Well,
But I don't
see,
think he's as Jewish as
He's not
Josh,
practicing.
Right.
I think that this all goes back to Shapiro's early days when he was in a klezmer punk band called Guns N' Moses. So they're like, tell us
funny.
about Guns N' Moses.
By the way, can I just? So this is cut 6. Rahm Emanuel was, he was a
irritating.
He was under the Obama administration, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He said to C-SPAN that the question that the Harris campaign asked Shapiro was totally appropriate and totally inappropriate. He said that they're not doing their job if they're not asking that question, which is wild to me. Roll this.
Governor Josh Shapiro, in his memoir, basically said that Vice President Kamala's vetting team asked him if he was a double agent for Israel. And I'd like to ask, how appropriate...
Am I a double agent?
No. But if you are, now would be the
I like
time.
to ask, yeah.
I do want to know, though, how appropriate you think that question is to ask of Governor Josh Shapiro. And also, to be fair, Governor Walz also said he was asked if he was a double agent for China. So how appropriate are those questions?
Yeah, so... a three-part answer. Look, here's how I think of it. It's a totally appropriate and totally inappropriate question. I'm not. So here's what I mean by that. And you're looking to a person that's been vetted, both for ambassador and for chief of staff and for senior advisor for president. Okay, one is if you don't ask, given the trips that Walz makes to China and Governor Shapiro's background. If you don't ask them, you'll have not done your job of quote-unquote vetting. On the other hand, it's kind of self-evident. How would you know you were dealing with a double agent? I mean, that's just like, it doesn't take a genius to know. So the phrasing of the question, not artful, as told by Tim Walz and Governor Shapiro. The question, if asked like that, and I assume probably well, not artful, but you have to ask. I mean, I was asked many questions by our security teams before I got the security clearance as President Obama's chief of staff. I was asked a series of security questions and went through. I was a former chief of staff to a president. I had security clearance you can have outside of the vice president and CIA director. Okay? I was asked, I went through 6 months of background to become ambassador to Japan, even though I just recently 2 years ago. So I'm probably not right to answer this question because I kind of understand, quote unquote, vetting and security background. If the question was, have you ever talked to a secret agent of Mossad in this case, how would he know? But I understand the impetus of a vetting question to understand any political or otherwise liabilities.
Does it change anybody's opinion of this that they asked Tim Walz if he is an agent of China?
Well, first of all, Rahm is wrong on so many levels. He was vetted for being ambassador to Japan based on height alone and political party. Let's be honest. But the vetting thing, if you're going to ask somebody a question, you don't say, "So you're a secret agent." You hold up a picture of a guy you think is a Mossad double agent, said, "Who is this guy to you?" And you have to answer that, because no one's going to answer, "Yes, I'm a secret agent." It really is stupid. But the Tim Walz thing, how many trips did he make to China? Was it 20, Sean? I think it was, right?
Yeah, he made a lot of trips to China. And he talked about it in the debate, and, he learned a lot and all this stuff. I think it's a stupid question to ask both. People. I think that Tim Walz was an agent of China, like on their payroll. I think he liked China. I think he went there and he learned a lot, and it shaped his worldview. I don't think he's an agent
because he's too stupid.
If I was
like,
China, exactly. He would be the You know what, Don? It's a good point. He would be the only secret agent who'd be like, "Yeah, I'm employed by them because I'm a knucklehead." Like that's what he would be the only one to admit it openly in public and be like, got it, you got me, Ted, you're it. Like, he would be the only person to blow his cover like that. Just the fact that Josh Shapiro, and this shows you there is a mental illness that is really hitting both sides at this point, but at that point in time, kind of not making its way over to the right yet. The fact that Josh Shapiro, a practicing Jew who has gone to Israel, that's not a crime, had to be asked on multiple occasions, were you a Mossad agent? The fact that Tim Walz, who went to China, had to be asked, are you an agent of China? Which, by the way, if he had said yes, probably would have been another qualifier that Democrats would have liked. They happen to like come on. Has anyone ever asked Eric Swalwell if he's a double agent of China? Because, he had that little Chinese takeout situation with Fang Fang, right? So, I get vetting. I understand it. And, as Mike said, maybe there's a different way to ask that question. Like, who is this guy to you? And what is your relationship with it? What motivated all those trips to Israel? Just to be like, hey, so, Josh, you a spy?
Sean, you've been in the White House, right? You've been invited to the White House. Okay, Dawn has.
I've never been to the White House.
Dawn has. Greg, I believe you've been there, right?
Yes, sir.
Couple times.
Twice.
All right, been there 4 times. Before each time you go, Secret Service needs at least 48 hours. Yep. And passport, driver's license, they go through your background. Even if I was there 1 week and came back the next week, and they still had to do it. Yep. So but nobody asked me if I was a spy. They looked at all your stuff.
Yes.
Stupid question.
That's all. It's that simple. But I think it's a
and
dumb
why
question.
Haven't you been in the White House?
I don't know. There may be a number of reasons why I haven't been in the White House, and they're all good reasons, by the way. So, I think it's wild that's part of that's part of like that actual question. Like, hey, are you a Mossad agent? Like, who gave you that? Was it Mike Nellis on social media, that fat slob who's been, questioning? Oh, well, do you support the genocide in Gaza? What genocide in Gaza? What are we doing here? It's one of those things where it kind of shows you what was dictating the direction of their campaign. The fact that they had to ask. And the fact that they thought maybe the governor of Pennsylvania was a double agent is just out of control.
Well, it's interesting to me because the whole thing with Tim Walz, you're right, it's a stupid question, but he had traveled to China many times. Like, is there evidence that, like, Josh Shapiro has been to Israel many, many, many times? Or is it just the fact that he's Jewish that they're asking him if he's a secret agent, right? You know what I mean?
I found that interesting, Greg, that Rahm said Governor, Tim Walz and his trips to China, and then Governor Shapiro and his background. What does he mean by that?
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Right?
That is a very good point.
What is his background? Is it the fact that he's just a Jew?
Yes.
Has he taken a number of trips to Israel, which is, by the way, not a crime?
Not a crime at all.
And by the way, traveling to China is not a crime. Okay. But what does Rahm Emanuel mean by and his background? That's what I would like to know. What is this? What is this? background that you speak of, and I'm not like the biggest fan of Josh Shapiro, right? I'm not. I don't hate him. I don't love him. I'm not a fan of him. He's a Democrat, whatever. I think he's very skilled at selling things, and including himself. But what does that mean? Someone needs to ask Rahm Emanuel, hey, when you said Josh Shapiro's background, what do you mean by that? Yeah. I'm curious to know how he would answer that question.
He's going to be in our face because he's going to be one of the candidates for 2028.
God help us all.
So we'll be able to ask.
But it's true, because there's nothing that's the first thing that jumped out at me was that okay, if you've traveled there and you've done business there or whatever, like China, that's a different story than somebody who's literally just Jewish who may have gone to Israel once in their life. You know what I mean? It's different to me. An update on this next story. This is 24. So yesterday, it may have been 2 days ago, the organizer of the Minnesota church storming, that happened there in Minnesota, was on CNN claiming that they did not rush into the church. She says they actually went and sat down and participated in the service, is what she claimed on Aaron Burnett's show on CNN. There's an update to this story. But first, let's play 24, Phil.
And I do want to correct something that was said in the beginning. We did not rush into that church. We actually went and sat down and participated in the service. And after the pastor prayed, that is when I stood up and asked him a question in response to his prayer. And then he responded to me. And then I proceeded to ask him about Pastor David Easterwood and how is it possible for him to serve as both the pastor and the director of ICE for Minnesota. And instead of responding to me, as soon as I said the name David Easterwood, the pastor says, shame, shame. And that is when I led us in chants, justice for Renee Good and hands up, don't shoot. So I want to clarify that. We didn't rush in. We didn't bust in. We were a part of the service until I got up and posed that question to the pastor.
All right. And
all right. So an update on that before we get everybody's comments. This was posted yesterday by our DHS. This woman being taken out in handcuffs by
that walrus in handcuffs
by federal agents. So she was on CNN saying, "No, we didn't do anything wrong," and then the federal agent said, "We disagree with that, ma'am." So yeah. Thoughts on this? Yeah.
I'm happy to see her in handcuffs. Yeah. And here's the FACE Act, Section 2. By force or threat of force or by physical obstruction, intentionally injures, intimidates, or interferes with, or attempts to injure, intimidate, or interfere with any person lawfully exercising or seeking to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship. Okay? That's in the FACE Act. So whether you were a part of the service or not, which I don't think they were a part of the service. I don't think they were there, like invited there, because she said in the parking lot of that little meeting that it's a clandestine operation. So if it's a clandestine operation, I don't think you were invited. Yeah. Okay. But you disrupted the service and you terrorized those people. And there were children in there who were very scared, and they were prevented from exercising their First Amendment right of religious freedom. You broke the law. You broke the law. Don't make your civil rights. Don't break the law. Don't make excuses for the fact that you vividly broke the law, obviously in broad daylight, broke the law. It's FAFO time. You're in handcuffs. You got arrested. Now you got to defend yourself in a court of law. You'll have your day in front of a jury, and maybe you'll be acquitted. But stop trying to change the story. We all saw what happened. We all saw how you were characterizing what you were going to do before you did it. Now you're saying, that we were a part of the service. We were invited. Give me a break. Yeah. I think that's a bunch of nonsense.
Well, she did speak with Don the Lemon before she went in, and while she was being interviewed by Lemon, he said it's covert. He specifically used the term covert. And yep. So they went in like people who go into these congressional hearings. They quietly go in to sit as observers, and then they stand up and scream whatever their PETA mention of the day or whatever they're there, and they get thrown out and sometimes arrested. So nobody goes in to charge in. They went in covertly, and they got caught once they stood up and started disrupting. So as our buddy Zioli likes to say, the process may be the punishment on this. It's going to be very expensive for them legally.
Well, I think what's going to happen here, because they obviously didn't think this through, that you're not allowed, whether you look at the FACE Act, whether you look at the First Amendment. I mean, and that was the statement, obviously, from Pam Bondi, right? That she's saying religious freedom and your right to assemble in a holy place of prayer, that is basic to our country, to our beliefs, to our Constitution. And so what's going to happen, and everybody that I know in law enforcement says, yeah, they've got their cell phones. So they're going to look at their texts, including Mr. Lemon, and they're going to look at all of what they were plotting and what they were saying, because then you have the collusion or whatever you want to say. And so,
conspiracy. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Conspiracy. You're exactly right. And so the calls and especially the texts are going to tell the story, what they were really intending to do. And so I think that'll be crucial as the case moves forward.
Well,
I agree.
A judge has decided not to press charges against Don Lemon. Speaking of that.
You mean the judge who has a family member related to Keith Ellison?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
The family member, his wife is the assistant attorney, is an assistant attorney general in the Minnesota Attorney General Department. Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Interesting how that works.
Definitely not a conflict of interest. I mean, it's not a conflict. There's no way.
You
Democrats
shouldn't
never have
recuse yourself at all. No, just no problem there.
Well, Don
Matter of fact, it was their duty not to recuse himself, right, or herself, or the judge's duty, because they had to get Don Lemon off the hook. I mean, the DOJ can pursue, I guess, a grand jury indictment at this point.
Well,
to get around that.
Don Lemon took to the internet and did a victory lap over this. Roll this.
Of course. I stand proud and I stand tall. This is not a victory lap for me because it's not over. They're going to try again, and they're going to try again. And guess what? Here I am. Keep trying.
Oh, boy.
That's not going to stop me from being a journalist. You're not going to diminish my voice. Go ahead, make me into the new Jimmy Kimmel if you want. Because I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to believe the same things whether you want to, whatever. None of this is about justice. This is about power, and it's about people who are incompetent.
There you go. He's a martyr. He loves this, by the way.
There were 3 people arrested, though, right? Didn't the bearded guy who looked like he needed a shower get arrested as well after he told Pam Bondi, come and get me?
Yeah.
William Kelly.
Nikema
Armstrong, who we just played, and then there was one more. I don't remember her name.
The one who needed 2 sets of handcuffs.
Community organizer.
Yeah, she needed double handcuffs to get to walk, perp walked. It's not pretty.
Right. Yeah. Well, it wasn't good. Don Lemon should be charged. He's not a martyr, and that judge did a disservice to everybody who was in that church. And the fact that judge's wife is in some way, shape, or form professionally connected to the Attorney General of Minnesota, who intentionally misrepresented what the FACE Act says. He was like, "Well, it only applies to abortion clinics." Literally, I just read to you live on the radio section 2 of it, which mentions specifically, quite specifically, and explicitly places of worship. Right? There's also this First Amendment argument where it's like, well, how is that not free speech? Well, because Chris Cuomo had a hard time with this 6 years ago. The First Amendment mentions that you can peaceably assemble, and when you are disturbing a church service and infringing on other people's rights to religious freedom, you are not peaceably assembling. Okay. Now, the First Amendment restricts the ability of Congress to infringe on people's rights, but also because it restricts the ability of Congress to infringe on people's First Amendment rights, it also conversely allows Congress to criminalize behavior that does infringe on people's civil rights, which Congress has done. Congress has made laws that criminalize behavior that infringes on other people's civil rights, namely the right to religious freedom. And those laws are in place, the FACE Act, and of course you have the Klan Act, which is the conspiracy element of all this, which can elevate and enhance those charges under the FACE Act to a felony. And I hope that's the route that they go, because clearly none of these people did this alone. There had to have been some sort of coordination, which would lead you to believe that there was a conspiracy. And I want to see the book thrown. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm proud of the Department of Justice for getting these people arrested within 3 days. I mean, I thought it was going to take a little bit longer than that. Now, the Lemon thing is a little bit of a disappointment, but that's not the DOJ's fault that some stupid judge decided he was going to, put his thumb on the scale of justice. I think they absolutely should pursue any other avenue and every other avenue to hold Don Lemon accountable, because What precedent does it set if a group of people storm another religious place of worship, whatever that type of place of worship is, if it's a synagogue, if it's a mosque, if it's anything, right? And you have a bunch of them saying, well, I'm just documenting it. Don Lemon didn't get in trouble. So that's a bad precedent. And you're going to get a lot of people hurt doing that. So I want them to continue to find and use every tool and instrument that they have to hold Don Lemon accountable, because he should be held accountable. He clearly knew what was going on. He wasn't just documenting. He was arguing with the pastor. It's our First Amendment right to be here. No, it's not. He absolutely should be criminally charged, and he'll try and play like he's a martyr, but I don't think he's smart enough to pull it off. I'll be honest.
He loves this, by the way. Mm-hmm. He absolutely loves this. This is the best thing that has ever happened to him, which is why when we were talking about this, whenever this stupid thing happened, I was just like, we're just playing into everything that Don Lemon wants. I know it's a story, and I know everything Sean says is correct. But the fact that Don Lemon now is the face of this just makes me ill, because he glommed onto this. He's a grifter, and he's just trying to get licks.
Do you think Sharpton's
Well, he's probably trying to get licks too, to be honest with you. So.
Yes, he is.
Sorry about that.
Do you think Sharpton's in the corner going, damn it, I missed out on this
100% he was.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Both things can be true at the same time, right?
Yep.
Don Lemon enjoys the publicity, even if it ends badly for him, or if he has to go through a legal saga. He absolutely enjoys being in the limelight. That doesn't mean, on the other side of that doesn't mean, well, don't give him what he wants, because you have to set the standard that there's going to be accountability if you do things like that. So both things, I believe, are true here in this case.
Agreed. A teacher at Becker High School in Minnesota was caught arguing with a student over the shooting of Renee Good, falsely claiming that the ICE officer was not in danger. So the whole point of this is that some student captured this. This happened. This woman, Dr. Heather Abramson, she's a social studies teacher at this high school. And look, high school, they can handle debate like it's different from elementary school or middle school, in my opinion. Yeah. So they can handle debate. So a teacher and a student arguing back and forth is not, it happened. It happened when I was there. I'm sure it happened when everybody was there. It's just, you kind of see where a lot of these teachers are coming from in a clip like this. I think this is more revelatory than anything. Roll this, Phil.
His move should have been to go like this if he was really afraid. Your job as a police officer is to de-escalate.
A split second.
No, he had, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
She was not. I'm not going to argue with you.
Right now. What are you doing? You're
because watch the video, he was not in danger.
Just because you're yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. Just because you're yelling doesn't mean you're winning. Can I?
Yeah, just because you're alive doesn't mean you are intelligent.
It sucks that she got shot, but it's a split. You have to split second.
Yeah.
Can you imagine this teacher, by the way, like arguing with 16 or 17-year-olds over this? I don't know. It's just, the whole thing just makes me ill.
I love the fact that this woman she's never been in a law enforcement role in her life. The police officer should have done this.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
I know.
You probably pull a muscle washing the dishes. Give me a break. I can't take it. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Because you look at that lady. She's never done anything remotely athletic a day in her life. Okay, this is one of those armchair quarterbacks, right? She's a typical white liberal Karen who has all the answers, and yet never will find herself in a place where she can put her quote unquote expertise to work. That's why she teaches social studies at a public school. Okay, not to take anything away from teachers. Okay, I love our teachers. There are some teachers that do a phenomenal job. That woman is a brain dead idiot the way she was talking about it, as if she knows anything about how law enforcement. She's probably never even talked to a cop. She probably begs for the manager if she gets pulled over for a speeding ticket. Are you kidding me? You should have pulled me over this way. Give me a break. People like that really get me mad.
Yeah,
because she's entitled, and you could tell.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, I think you're a little over the top here on your depiction of her, saying she's never done anything athletic. I think she's been doing some weightlifting. I'm just saying, she might have some weightlifting in her background. I just don't think we should rush to say that she's totally unathletic.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe
you could be right.
Let's see here. Where do I want to go next?
You have the submarine porthole glasses, by the way. Did you see?
What?
They all wear the same freaking pair of glasses.
Yeah, you're
all
right.
Of them.
I know. Is that
Rosie O'Donnell and Katie Couric all have that same? It's the
100,
new celebrity
100%.
round dark
Rosie
lenses.
O'Donnell, Rachel Maddow, Stephen Colbert, Mark Cuban, Jim Acosta, and Rosie O'Donnell are the same person.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That lady, Don Lemon, they're all, I don't know. Guess they're Harry Potter fans. I have no idea.
We discussed this a couple weeks ago when Dawn got mad because Larry bought her woke glasses.
Yeah.
They're not woke glasses. Here, Phil, do a close up of Dawn here. Do a one shot of Dawn.
Glasses.
And then
their prescription.
Why are they
glasses?
They're not woke glasses.
I'm like,
woke glasses. Thank you, thank you,
they're
Sean.
woke.
Thank you, Sean. They're not woke.
They're
glasses.
similar to woke.
No, because
they're woke
they
adjacent.
may be woke adjacent, but
they're woke
adjacent. Both of us went.
So he was doing me a
you guys
favor.
are gonna do a good show together. Look at that.
I know.
You're on the same wavelength. But
so I did order a different pair.
They're not.
Dawn's like, I can't wear the same
I
glasses.
can't. He's like, you're ridiculous. And he starts looking up. Because Ben Franklin wore, like he's trying to, I'm like, oh, thanks, honey.
Wow.
Now, Ben Franklin had smaller lenses.
It's exactly.
They were tiny.
It's exactly what you.
I want to hear.
You want your husband to say, "Well, Ben Franklin wore these glasses, sweetie."
And I'm waiting for remember the contact lenses?
Yeah.
So I ordered new contact lenses too.
Yeah.
So anyway.
YouTube.com/@1210 WPHT. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the like button. We're way behind on viewers because we had to restart the whole system because the system crashed this morning, early
It's
this
getting
morning.
there, but we need a little help.
Yeah,
we need a little juice here.
We need a little juice. So YouTube.com/@1210 WPHT. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button so we get back in people's algorithms or feed.
Wait, juice?
Juice.
Did you say juice or Jews?
J-U-I-C.
Because are you a Mossad agent?
Well, it's funny.
I have to ask.
It's funny whenever Sean does a fill in here for us and he tags the station in it, I see the comments sometimes and it's always like, are they paying you in shekels? Are the Jews? Yeah. I was like, oh boy, these people are just like not a brain in their heads.
Time.
Not a brain in these people's heads.
I posted a picture of roast beef last night that I made. Okay, and one lady was like, "Oh, the Jews wouldn't eat that," and I was like, "This is literally a picture of food." You know how many times I post a picture like pork chops and I get, oh, well, your Jewish friends are allowing you to eat pork. I thought you couldn't do that. What are you? I posted a picture. This is it. I'll say something about football.
Yep.
Football. Right? The Jets are a disgrace. Oh, did the Jews pay? What the hell do the Jews? By the way,
yes.
Can the Jews buy the Jets? Can we maybe throw a little bit of that APAC money at the NFL and maybe rig the game for a couple of wins? I'll take it at this point.
Are you ready for the APAC Jets?
Sean, I am ready for anybody. Mike, I am ready for anybody to own this team that's not named Woody Johnson. I don't care who it is. Okay,
you get a new helmet with Star of David on the side of the helmet.
Fine. I don't care what you put on the helmet as long as they win football games. But what Greg is saying, every time I could post about anything, and there are things that happen on that platform on X. People get it a lot worse than I do, but there are I could post about anything, and there is sure to be a comment in there about Israel, and I'm like, you're obsessed with Israel. What is wrong with you?
You almost feel like they're bots, right? They're bots.
Well, they have to be.
Just saying, you know what I mean? Like just
some of them are.
Yeah. By the way, Sean, it's Friday night. I'm expecting, we have a little group text that you're involved in. I'm expecting a picture tonight around dinner time to see what you and Brennan are eating for dinner.
Well, here's the thing. I made a roast beef yesterday. It may be that those aren't as nice of pictures as we get with the pork chops. Kind of hunkering down, doing all that. So I don't have any chops that are defrosted right now. Those are my emergency food in case we lose power. I'll be grilling them.
Your emergency.
Are you allowed to text after sundown on Friday?
No, not with my APAC handler. He'll have me killed. Actually,
Just want to make sure, keep the Sabbath.
We have a ton more. But let's do this. Let's step aside for a second. Everybody right now during this commercial break, go over to YouTube, youtube.com/S1210WPHT. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the like button. We're back up on YouTube. So just make sure you're heading over there right now. Dawn, can you talk to us about who do you have there? Kitchen Magic?
Yes, little magic in the kitchen. How about it? New Year, the perfect time to take a look around your home right now, if you're home, especially the kitchen. What about the bathrooms? You use these rooms every single day. Let's think about a refresh. And that's where my friends at Kitchen Magic come in. So they're named Kitchen Magic, but they also do bathroom magic as well. And they are a local family-owned company crafting high-quality American-made kitchens and baths since 1979. And Kitchen Magic, let me tell you something. They make this process so simple from start to finish. Right now, you enjoy 30% off kitchen cabinet refacing, 50% off bathroom installations, plus the opportunity to lock in current pricing. So start the year with a home that looks better, works better for you. Visit my friends at kitchenmagic.com. Kitchenmagic.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Tune in to the Crash Proof Retirement Show Saturdays at 11 a.m. to hear Joanne Small-Canella and Tracy Stillman. The Crash Proof Retirement Show, Saturday mornings at 11 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, this is Dom Giordano. Are you tired of feeling worn out halfway through your workout or exhausted before the day even begins? If staying active matters to you, fuel your body with Rescue Orosine. Most people don't realize your body runs on ATP, the natural energy that powers every muscle, every heartbeat, every step. But as we age, ATP production slows down, taking stamina and endurance with it. That's where Rescue Orosine comes in. This cutting-edge formula with research-backed ingredients supports ATP production at the cellular level. You can keep moving, keep your heart pumping, and keep doing what you love every day without jitters or crashes. Just use the code MyEnergy to buy one, get one free today at res-q.com or call a Rescue Product Consultant 800-26-ALIVE. Don't miss out. Again, that's 800-262-5483 or online at res-q.com. Get your second bottle of Rescue Orosine for free. Use that code MyEnergy at checkout.
With so much uncertainty in the world today, you may find yourself wondering, is now even the right time to retire?
So many people are waiting, and those folks are going to be waiting a really long time, I hate to say, because there's no perfect time. The market is always unpredictable and volatile.
Fortunately, Jim Cipriotti has been helping get people to, through, and beyond retirement for over 25 years. And each week, he wants to help give you that freedom to retire. Listen to Freedom to Retire with Jim Cipriotti, Saturday mornings at 9 and Sunday afternoons at 5 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
For 125 years, the Philadelphia Orchestra's musicians have been the magic makers behind our legendary sound. Join us for these upcoming concerts.
There's spectacular entertainment for all ages, including the perfect introduction to classical music for a child in your life. Saturday morning family concerts are lively fun for kids. See Peter and the Wolf, February 7th at 11:30 a.m. The music literally comes alive as characters in this charming tale are acted out. Join the kids into an unforgettable music adventure.
Get your tickets at philorc.org.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Trust and Will.
My dad and I were always close, but some things we just didn't talk about, like his will. After he was gone, we found out he didn't have one, and it created a lot of stress during a time of grief.
Creating a will can be hard to think about, but avoiding it can lead to greater difficulty for the people you love. That's why Trust and Will makes estate planning simple. Create a will online in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I have a will in place to make sure my loved ones are protected. With Trust and Will, it was easy and affordable, and I got peace of mind knowing my wishes are clear.
Trust and Will.
Get 20% off when you visit trustandwill.com/plan. That's trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
From North Wales to Willingboro, we know your favorite stations, Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
It is 8:35 on a Friday. Mike Opelka in for Nick Kayal and Company. Sean Farish here on a Farish Friday. I just, Greg, Dawn, I have a question. I noticed something.
What's that?
We have more ads for wills on the radio now than we do for boner drugs.
That's true.
What does that say about the audience?
That's a great point. It's a great point. By the way,
yes,
we're running ads, and I think Sean will agree with me on this too. We're running ads now for Paramount Plus, and now they're running the UFC fights. And nice. I know Dawn Stenslin and myself.
Yes,
she gets them for her kids, but I get them because I'm a giant kid. All of these UFC fights, they're like you used to have ESPN Plus, which was a subscription. And then on top of that, you needed to pay $79.99 or whatever it was to get the actual UFC fights. Now with Paramount Plus, you just get the subscription and you get all the fights. So it is a huge deal for Paramount. And Sean, we were playing a clip yesterday with Colbert. And we have Colbert coming up, by the way, because he had Jane Fonda on, because nothing says funny like Jane Fonda. But everybody's sitting here saying, "Oh, they're silencing Stephen Colbert, and they are, this is the end. This is free speech being stifled." No, Paramount and CBS just went in a direction where they were like, "Hey, you know what? Our money is better spent having UFC fights on our streaming network than it is dumping $40 million into The Late Show with Stephen Colbert." That's all it was. They were clearing the way, and as a business, as a manager here, I know how that works. Like, you clear the way to make room for money for the next venture you want to do, and that is exactly what Paramount did. It had nothing to do with free speech. It had nothing to do with Stephen Colbert and his criticism of Trump. It was the fact that CBS said our investment is better made in streaming UFC than it is airing Stephen Colbert's Late Show at 11:35.
Yeah, well, I mean, think of it. The overhead to stream a UFC fight is probably far lower than whoever they're paying to put the Stephen Colbert Show on the air. Think of that. If you're losing $40 million a year, right? I mean, just put it into the analogy of, let's say, sports, right? Where you have a guy, his contract's not guaranteed, you're paying him a lot of money, and he's not producing. You're going to cut him. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, why would you want to knowingly, right? Just say, who cares? We'll just take that. We'll just take that $40 million on the nose. It's fine. So I mean, yeah, it's a business. This is not like fun and games. Okay, and I would imagine it is a much lower overhead to stream the UFC than 100%. It is to put the Colbert Show on the air every day.
Every day.
Think of that. It's not UFC every day.
No, it's 100%. And I'm sure they paid. I can't even imagine what Paramount Plus paid Dana White and the UFC for this. Actually, the parent company is TKO, who also owns the WWE, and it was a good investment because I'll get to protest in a second, Michael Pelka, but
that's fine.
Maybe this Colbert having Jane Fonda on, maybe that's not the best use of an 80-year-old Jane Fonda on. That's something the kids can really relate to. Yeah. I mean, Jane Fonda was hot in that opening scene in Barbarella. I'm sure, Mike, you remember that. But
vividly.
But I mean, she still looks good for 80 years old. Yeah. But like, she's coming on a comedy show to talk about resisting ICE. If Stephen Colbert and The Late Show is making money hand over fist by doing what they're doing 5 nights a week, CBS and Paramount ain't getting rid of them. They're just not. It's a good business decision. But they put out this crap that nobody wants to sit there and watch. I don't care. Even if you agree with everything Jane Fonda's saying, you don't want to sit there and watch it. You don't. So like, what's the point of this other than just to make a political statement, which is all Colbert wants to do, right?
Ted Turner dodged the bullet. He got the hell out. I don't care how they talked about how much sex they used to have all the time. I'm sure Ted's going, oh, thank God. The word resist across the front of the shirt. Oh, yeah, I'm resisting.
Yeah, she was freaky. That's a good point.
Well, here's the problem. Wants to watch late night comedy for that.
I know.
That's supposed to be dessert after dinner, right?
Yep.
Like, that's supposed to be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down on the couch, I'm gonna put on some late night, we're gonna laugh, gonna loosen up, gonna wind down, and all that happens when you turn on Stephen Colbert and you have Jane Fonda whining about ICE is you're just gonna get wound up, before you go to bed. And that's why all these liberals wake up angry all the time, because they don't have a wind down, they don't have a, you look at Gutfeld, and that show is on Fox News, it's a political channel, but I mean, his show is doing well because there are funny jokes. On that show. There are funny people. They still talk politics, but it is on a news channel. It is on a political news channel. But that show is more aligned with the comedic aspect than any of these quote-unquote late-night comedy shows like Kimmel and Colbert. And that's why it's doing well. Period.
Conan said it a week ago. When he kind of scolded all these late-night comedians, saying, forget about the politics. Just focus on funny. Yeah. And he gets it. He absolutely nailed it. While we're in this milieu, Greg, can we talk about the FCC chairman? Because I think it kind of ties into this.
I sent you guys a text yesterday
that
I told you, I warned you guys about this thug, this Brendan Carr, this thug. And look, this has nothing to do with, we have a piece of Kimmel here, and this has nothing to do with Jimmy Kimmel. So don't say that, you sit here agreeing with Jimmy Kimmel. I'm saying that this fairness doctrine, this equal time thing that Brendan Carr and the Gestapo at the FCC, yes, I said that, the Gestapo at the FCC wants to inflict, it's a bad omen, because all of a sudden here, Kayal and Company is going to need to have a liberal voice on it because equal time. And, your favorite, this show is going to have both the Democrats and Republicans on it because they're demanding equal time. Roll Kimmel.
And then literally minutes after announcing his mysterious deal, the president took time from 6,000 miles away to continue his war on talk shows. He shared this story about how his minions at the FCC are planning to make it difficult for shows like ours and The View to interview politicians they don't align with. For real, we are once again getting threatened by the FCC. I might need your help again, okay?
Scary thing, guys. Don't agree with Jimmy Kimmel. Don't care about Jimmy Kimmel. Don't want Jimmy Kimmel. But like to say that he has to have Republican and conservative voices on there is a slippery slope, guys. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the free market has to decide this.
Agreed. That should be up to the market. It should be up to the viewers. It should be up to the market. It should not be up to the government.
What were you going to say, Mike?
We're totally in sync on free market, but I have to tell you, the YouTube channel says, Greg, we have a liberal voice. It's you.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that people think I'm liberal. Like, it's unbelievable to me. What? Because I'm not lockstep in line with everything that everybody says. That makes me liberal. It used to make you a free thinker. I don't know.
Anytime anyone brings up the fairness doctrine, you have to understand the opposite principle of government. Whatever they name it, it's the opposite. It's not going to be fair. To force opinion onto a marketplace is like, it's just like I don't agree with the president on capping credit cards. That should be the market's responsibility, not the government's responsibility. Anytime Elizabeth Warren agrees with you, you're in trouble.
I understand what Brendan Carr is trying to do here. I understand that he's saying that these shows are very one-sided. We've all given the stats on how many liberal guests they have versus conservative. I understand all of that. But the marketplace will dictate if there is a market for that, not the government. It's not the government's job to get involved in this crap. And you think that, you think you like this. You think that this is a great thing, and cool, Jimmy Kimmel's going to interview Ted Cruz and Rand Paul. No, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. I'm just telling you guys.
I think the answer, and Greg has heard me say this a million times, is that so the FCC
to impeach Brendan Carr.
If you believe in the FCC and licensing, because that's what they do, they issue these licenses and they control the airwaves, whether we like it or not. And so, what is news? That's the question. We always ask, what is a woman, or the other side does. So, what is news and what constitutes news? I'm thankful that we saw the end of MSNBC News, and it's MS Now because it's not news. So if news is fair and objective, then anything fair and objective that gives all sides, they can call themselves news. I think that's how they answer this. They say, if you have the word news up there, just like they have rules of live. In other words, there cannot be a chyron on the page that says live if it's not live. And there are specific rules about that. So if you have the word news up, that means it actually is balanced. And that means Fox, CNN, whoever. And so whoever has that license, that's really the answer.
Who decides what's balanced, though, Dawn?
Well, that's
who's
therein
the
lies
arbiter
the
of
question.
balance? Yeah, because The View is owned by ABC's
but they're
news
not
division.
News.
No, but they're owned by ABC News Division.
Yes.
ABC splits entertainment news. Barbara Walters started that. It comes under the auspices of ABC News. It's paid by ABC News. They generate revenue for ABC News. They compete with entertainment. But who is ultimately going to tell us what's considered news and not? The government's role is not this. Just saying.
Well,
I agree with that. I
don't disagree.
The government's role is not,
but at the same point, if it's entertainment, because you understand there are different rules. When it's news, there are costs involved, and like in the newscast, I can say a lot and report. I have much more freedom in my newscast than, let's say, what Greg and I talk about all this time. So if I'm describing something and it's a legit news story, then I have more freedom to do that within the newscast than somebody on an entertainment show. right? If it's the licensing. And truthfully, I think we're going to get rid of all this licensing because of the streaming services and all of that. And I think that in and of itself, that's the answer.
Yep.
And news isn't even profitable anymore.
Yeah,
so they're getting rid of that.
That's a great idea to get rid of all that. But do you think the government's going to give up licensing broadcasting? They're going to find a way to get their beak wet on all streaming, all this stuff. Trust me, they're thinking about it right now.
They're better off. Like, I remember because our sister station they do carry the CBS Evening News. I remember when Nora was on there and driving and listening to the CBS Evening News and just nearly driving off the road. It was so biased. It was ridiculous. It was commentary. And so, and it's gotten better, but it was bad. And that's why they had to make the changes they did. But that's not news. So these so-called anchor people who are up there, and half of the country believes that these are credible news people. They're not. I was, consuming Erin Burnett last night. I mean, it was over the top. And she's interviewing, for example, Mary Trump, who's the nutty niece of the president, and she has mental problems. She has sued. It's all over money. She has sued for more money after her dad died and whatnot.
Is it documented that she has mental problems, or are you just?
She has been treated. She has been open about being treated for her mental health issues.
Right.
Let's just say it that way.
All right,
so that's documented.
Let's just look that up and
look it up and look up the lawsuits.
Sure.
Okay. So she has other motives that are never mentioned. It's never asked, hey, are you still suing? Blah, blah, blah. None of that.
Yep.
And so she goes on there and is allowed to say in a long form interview.
But you don't have to watch it, Dawn. You don't have to watch CNN.
That's not my point. My point is that the people consuming that believe that this is a credible anchor woman in a credible interview.
Do they?
And that's how it's presented. Oh, no, I think they do. Okay. Yes.
All right. People are watching CNN because they think it's right down the middle. I
think that
so.
they do believe that.
So.
Yes.
No. I think they hear it because they want to hear a narrative. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And when the narrative is not, I mean, you could say we do the same thing, and you can tell by every time that I go off the quote-unquote script, I get yelled at on the YouTube chat. Like, oh, you have a Harris Walls bumper sticker. Trust me, I don't. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. People want to be reaffirmed all the time. It's this weird world we live in.
Where confirmation bias.
The confirmation bias is just it's gross on both sides. Everybody just wants to hear what they already believe, so they can be like, "Yeah, that's awesome." Like, why not think for yourself sometimes, people?
I'm just really sad because I used to always dream of consuming Erin Burnett, and then she kind of went off the reservation. But that's me.
I've always liked her. But you watch, and there's such a level of bias by omission on there. Just questions. I mean, she's a smart individual, but questions that are not being asked. I'm not saying she's lying.
It's not
quote
what they
unquote.
report; it's what they don't report. That is really that's the bias there.
Sean, am I wrong? Sean, am I wrong?
No, you're not. I think confirmation bias is extremely strong in terms of. And I say this all the time. One of my favorite things to say is I may not always say what you want to hear, but I'll always say what I believe.
Thank you.
To be the truth, and I'll explain why I think it's the truth. And if I got it wrong, I'll come back the next day and go, "Whoops, that wasn't what happened."
Amen.
You know, for example, there was this, and I'm going to use the term conspiracy theory, which everyone's like, "Oh, well, the conspiracy theorists are undefeated." No, they're not. Because the conspiracy theorists told me that Hurricane Helene was man-made, and it wasn't. Okay, it was a hurricane. They're like, "Oh, so you don't think geoengineering?" I never said that. I never said that they don't try to cloud seed. There's a difference between cloud seeding and building a effing hurricane, okay? There's a lot of processes that have to take place here. It's like, just because you could use an easy bake oven, does that mean you're a professional baker? No, it means you know how to use a child's toy to make a very small brownie. You cannot make a full cake because a regular oven is not an easy bake oven. This is what I said, after Venezuela, after Maduro. There were a ton of people who were like, this is about the 2020 election because Venezuela stole the 2020 election. And I said, okay, maybe you're right. But I read the indictment and there's not one word about election interference. And they're like, well, that's because they're not going to make that public. Why? It's a public indictment and the guy is in custody. They're like, well, Smartmatic is a Venezuelan company. Okay. Does that mean the nation of Venezuela stole the 2020 election with Smartmatic? And by the way, we were using Smartmatic machines in the 2024 election and we won. So if the machines are the reason why we lose, why did we win? When we voted on the same freaking machines in 2020, I'm not saying it's not a problem, but I came out and you would not believe, you're not paying attention. So I'm actually paying very close attention. I listened to Donald Trump's press conference. I read the indictment. Now, does that mean that there was no involvement of the Maduro regime in Venezuela in the 2020 election? No. What I'm saying is that indictment was about drugs. It says it in the indictment. It was about drugs. It was about the cartels. It was the machine guns. It was their act of what they would not say war, but their act of aggression against the United States. That's what the Maduro operation was about. But there were people swearing up and down that I was a part of some sort of cover up because I didn't regurgitate the nonsense that Sidney Powell was regurgitating after 2020. What happened to the Kraken that was supposed to be released? Wait, I'll tell you what happened to the Kraken. She got sued, and then her legal defense, I kid you not, was no reasonable person would have believed what I was saying was fact.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I consider myself a reasonable person. So if you're telling me that reasonable people don't believe you, then I don't believe you.
Yeah.
End of story.
But let's tie all this together now. You're talking about Venezuela. We've been talking about deportations. We're talking about Minneapolis. So think about, I was just looking up the latest numbers that DHS, ICE, about 600,000 individuals arrested and or deported, or deportation 605,000 non-citizens, illegals, arrests 595,000, and the self-deportations nearly 2 million. Now think about what you just said. You said, well, we won in 2016 and we didn't win following that. So what is this all about? Are any of these people voting? We hear that they were. I don't know. They have driver's license. They have truck driver's license. So could it possibly be that part of this is that if you get out, 2 million people who voluntarily left after Kristi Noem's cute little commercial in her app, and then the reverse app, and then 605,000 plus people being deported, and it looks like another 600,000 on the way? Does that then, if it affected the crime rate, which we believe that it has, although that's not being reported with this historic low crime, then the other question is, will it affect the midterm elections? In other words, are you getting out of the country people who are here illegally, who would have voted a certain way? And I just have to be honest, I suspect that that's part of this.
There's some of it.
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought we were talking about Brendan Carr.
Let's go to the phone lines. Bo in Levittown. What's up, Bo?
Hey, Greg, I don't think you're a lefty, but you know why people like me who want confirmation bias think that you're a lefty is because you yell.
Oh, that's
and when
probably.
you yell, people don't listen.
I know.
That's all. But, these dopes who want confirmation bias. And one thing I could say about 1210 is you guys take any caller. Some of them are deceitful, passive-aggressive lefties, but you do take every call, and you do try to get on guests who have other perspectives. But this Brendan Carr guy, I agree with you 1,000%, Greg. He is dangerous. He needs to go.
Yep.
He needs to get out. I just don't understand why President Trump is keeping him in there. Their ratings suck. The View, CNN, whatever, Colbert, Kimmel.
Yep.
The ratings suck. That's why your ratings are good and great.
Thank you, Bo.
And that's why I listen to you all day.
Thank you, Bo.
And I want you to know I had a half a tank of gas. I filled it up, even though I'm off Sunday. At least I know I have a full tank of gas. And my wife is going shopping this morning to get some milk, eggs, bread, and don't forget the cinnamon sugar to top off your French toast. And I do enjoy listening to you guys.
Love you, Bo.
Take care of yourselves.
Thank you, Bo.
Everybody, God bless, be safe, and have a great weekend.
Thanks, Bo.
Be safe.
Thank you, Bo. See, people think
I know, Bo.
People think I'm a lefty because I yell. No, I yell because I'm animated. You know what I mean?
He's animated.
I'm definitely not a lefty.
Edward. Ed in Delran. What's up, Ed?
Hey, listen, I would say that Mike, Dawn, and Greg will not let some phony politician pull your political leg.
What about Sean?
Yeah.
Oh,
they kind of work
Sean's here
And
too.
Sean Dawn.
Yeah, Sean, Dawn, Mike, and Greg.
Hey, Sean Parrish does not want this country to perish. So we cherish Sean
We have Dr.
Parrish.
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Thanks, Ed. I just like to hear. Every time I go to Ed and Delran, I can see the collective groans of everybody going, "Oh no!"
David booked his flight.
Yeah. Oh well, thank God.
He heard you guys.
Thank God. Chris Forsyth, what's up, buddy?
Chris.
What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to derail everything right now.
Good. What a shocker.
I just want to get your guys' idea on Kathleen Kennedy stepping down from Lucasfilm.
Oh, I didn't know she did. Wow, Sean.
She did. Yes.
It's finally over. It's finally over.
So wait, so
it's over.
look,
she's out.
Sean has the lightsaber. Hey, Chris. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, but Sean has the lightsaber.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh man,
There it
I'm
is.
waiting for
See
it to come up.
It looks
I'm
orange on
I'm
YouTube,
Yeah.
but this is
Yellow.
the Darth Vader replica.
Celebrate you
Looks
must.
Yellow, orange. I don't know why it's that color.
Is she
Why the camera does that.
So the story is Kathleen Kennedy stepping down as president of Lucasfilm after 14 years, and she's transitioning back to a full-time producing role for the new Star Wars films and series, though. So she's not gone completely. It's just
she'll still be
Lucasfilm.
screwing them up.
So wait.
She's
So
still going to be making Star Wars woke.
Yeah.
She's not the president.
she's okay.
No, she's going back to producing what she was doing with the Indiana Jones and everything, which I'm actually happy about. Like, she needs to stay in that role.
Who took her place?
Dave Filoni.
Okay. Do we know anything
Dave
about
Filoni. Dave
Oh, we
Filoni.
love
he's
Dave
the one
Filoni.
that-
Oh, really?
We love Dave Filoni.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Victory. Yes.
All right. Good.
Victory.
Awesome.
Yes, Dave
Yeah.
Filoni put together the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon series, which is phenomenal.
Okay.
Like if you don't like the prequels, you know,
Yeah.
Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and you don't want to hear Anakin being like, "I hate sand," you know, you could watch the Clone Wars series, which is an
Nice.
animated
Which is
cartoon.
really good.
Yeah.
And it was, I was like, I'm not going to watch the cartoons. I watched it when I was like, I don't know, 25, 26, and I was like, oh, this is some of the best Star Wars ever. Filoni put that together. Filoni put together, I think, Star Wars Rebels, which is the other cartoon. Filoni, I think, was involved with Rogue One. I think Filoni was involved with Kenobi.
Wow.
So he's like one of the guys you want involved with Star Wars if you're a Star Wars purist.
He was the understudy for George Lucas. Like, so that's the guy you want in charge.
Cool. And his co-president, I guess, is the chief creative officer. It's Lin-Wen Brennan. Do you know him or her?
No.
I don't know who that is.
No.
Sounds like China.
It's a lady.
It's a her. I
It's a
don't
her.
know much about her, but like she seems all right.
Okay.
Chris.
Filoni is the man, though.
Chris, you've been drinking this morning, bud?
I plead the fifth.
What? You played the fifth? No, it's good. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock
9
somewhere. Chris knows I love him. Chris knows I love him. You can, like, hey, we're a great show to have a cocktail with at 9:01 in the morning.
Hey,
why not?
I had to call in. I had a second question, but I forgot it. But might get back to you back to that
Just
later.
proved the other question correct.
I love you, Chris Forsyth. Stay well. Make sure.
Rock and roll, guys.
Incriminated.
Make sure you're not driving anywhere. Okay. All right, buddy. Thanks.
He's listening in the
listening to
background.
himself.
Every hit don't have to be a song.
He's listening
man.
to himself. Chris Forsyth, the one of the Whack Pack members of the Kayal and Company show. All right, it's 9:02. We're way over.
Wow.
We should take a break. Coming up, 9:10 this morning, Fight Club. And Mike Opelka, see, there's going to be a little Sean. Mike doesn't like Fight Club. He thinks it demeans our radio show.
Well, fights equal ratings.
Fights.
Mike.
Thank you.
I'd rather do book club.
Why do people watch hockey?
So this is
Why do people watch NASCAR?
So,
Crashes?
Mike, Fridays are not going to be a good day for you because not only do we do Fight Club, but we also do Fight of the Week. So we replay all of the fights from this week and we vote on which was the best fight of this week.
Okay.
And we're gonna do that coming up at 9:10. Stay there.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli. Listen, when it comes to protecting yourself and your family, my friends at Bob's Little Sports Shop will help. Bob's isn't just about selling firearms. They're a full-service shop with over 60 years of experience helping citizens like you and me exercise our Second Amendment rights and become safe, responsible gun owners. They're going to guide us from start to finish. From applying for your permit, they'll help you select the firearm that best fits you and train you in how to safely operate your firearm from one of Bob's certified NRA and range safety officers. Look, if you're interested in learning more and you want to explore, Bob's has a co-ed shoot coming up on Saturday, February 7th at 6 p.m. This event is perfect for beginners or experienced shooters who want to sharpen their skills. No firearms ID card or prior experience is required to attend. Space is limited. Make 2026 the year you protect yourself and your family. Visit bobslittlesportshop.com. bobslittlesportshop.com. This ad sponsored by Bob's Little Sports Shop.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, this is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. How many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet. You're going to learn real estate investing. You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn things about money that you didn't even know existed. Go to investorschooling.com right now. Oh my goodness. This Thursday, investorschooling.com, and take that free class. See you there.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli here with my friend Matt from Emmons Roofing and Siding. If you're like me, your house took a real beating this winter from all the snow, ice, and storms.
At Emmons Roofing and Siding, we're here to put it back together. We specialize in storm-resistant roofing and siding systems designed to last no matter what Mother Nature throws at it.
Well, Emmons is who I use and recommend, so call Emmons today at 856-556-3229 for a free roof inspection.
Or visit us at callemmons.com.
Callemmons.com. Emmons, protecting homes, one roof at a time.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My best advice to you when hiring a lawyer for your injury case is simple. If you know court personnel, ask them who they'd hire. They know. If you know an insurance adjuster, ask them. They know. And then ask them about us. Ask them about Morgan & Morgan. They know. I look forward to talking to you soon. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm for the people. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Virtua Health, we're redefining heart care.
Our heart rhythm team at Virtua is really working at the forefront of technology. There's constantly new advances.
Like cardiac clinical trials and breakthrough treatments for atrial fibrillation.
Treating atrial fibrillation with ablation and treating it early allows for the best outcomes for our patients. We can make a meaningful difference in patients' lives.
Virtua Health, here for complex heart care, here for good. More at virtua.org/here for good.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
Hi, this is Dave Barlow from Barlow Buick GMC in Woodbury, New Jersey. At Barlow, we believe that family comes first, and so does the ride that gets you there. Whether it's the elegant design of the Buick Enclave or the power and confidence of the GMC Sierra, we've got the perfect vehicle to start your year right. This new year, enjoy incredible savings, honest pricing, and dedicated service. Visit Barlow Buick GMC in Woodbury or shop 24/7 at barlowautogroup.com. Buick, exceptional by design. GMC, we are professional grade.
Have you been thinking about doing a Roth conversion, but the upfront taxes are holding you back? Welcome to Rothright. We can show you how to significantly reduce taxes on a conversion, potentially saving hundreds of thousands, even millions in taxes over your lifetime. A Roth conversion will give you tax-free income, eliminate required minimum distributions, and leave a tax-free estate for your heirs. Call 855-415-ROTH. That's 855-415-ROTH. Or visit Rothright.com. Accredited investors only. Rothright is not a financial advisory firm. Consult with a tax professional before making any financial decision.
Start the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon, NewNordicUSA.com, or your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
Free speech lives here. With Rich Zioli. Weeknights at 6. Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. WPHT.
It is 9:09 on this Friday. Very close to Fight Club. Mike Opelka in for Nick Kayal, Sean Farish here because it's a Farish Friday. Greg Stocker, Dawn Stenslin, and I have a correction to make.
Wow.
I have a small correction to make.
No.
It's not that I hate Fight Club. I would prefer Pillow Fight Club.
Pillow.
Yeah, it doesn't
Where
have the same.
we might have women in bikinis hitting each other with pillows.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
What do you say? Fight Club equals ratings?
Fights equal ratings.
Fights equal ratings. Howard Stern said lesbians equal ratings.
Did he?
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So to your point, it could be like
now.
Yeah.
Just shows you the difference between lesbians back in the day and now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the imagery thereof.
You know, I was a fan of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling until I actually saw them up close and personal.
Glow.
Yeah, they were ironically named.
Make sure you get on over to YouTube right now to see it, because we're not only going to do Fight Club, we're going to also do Fight of the Week. So, boys, make sure you're putting all those in there. We'll get to that in 1 second. But before we get to Fight Club, I wanted to play this. So we played yesterday all of this protesting that's happening at the Target stores in Minneapolis. So there's more of that. They get carts full of items, get in line, and then walk out in the name of protesting ICE. I don't understand any of this.
Are we sure?
I don't get it.
So they fill their carts up, they go stand in line, and then they leave?
Because they're trying to clog things up and make more work for the employees.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
good
saying.
for you. That's a good one.
I see what you're saying.
It's like so dopey. It's so lame.
Where are we watching basketball?
I
know exactly what's going on. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
I have the same TV that I'm sitting in front of Mike. When you go to your backdrop, hit play and then hit pause. It will not turn off on you. It's the worst TV in the history of the world. But go to your backdrop.
It's from China.
Hit the play button on your remote.
China.
And then hit the pause button on your remote, and it'll think it's pausing a slideshow, and it'll stay on indefinitely.
And now we've gone totally black.
Well, you can't go totally. See, now hit play.
I did though. I did.
And then if you hit pause, it should stay. That's what mine does. This
See, now I'm back in Florida.
Oh, don't be in Florida. Well, there you go. Pause it.
There we go.
Okay.
That worked.
Thank you, Sean.
It may not go off ever again. I have the same TV, the exact same one. And that's what I have to do.
I knew Tracy Beans was right about you.
Oh, you're back
She
in
said
Florida now.
He's the best. See,
he must be Candace Owens. Time traveler. There he is. Look at that.
Dawn, don't you love it that our guest hosts here have TV screens behind them, and you and I have these low energy banners? Like,
it's an 85-inch TV. It's visible from space.
One day, Dawn, you and I.
An 85. I'm only on a 75. I'm jealous. There you go.
But we look more authentic.
There you go.
Keep
Dawn.
telling yourself.
You know what I mean? We don't look because nobody would think this is AI.
Yeah. No,
Or it'd be like, really?
Yeah. You look at our backdrops and they'd be like, really?
If anybody thinks that this is AI, that's an artificial lack of intelligence. Let me tell you. Okay?
By the way, both Sean and Mike have been into the palatial studios there, so they know that we're telling the truth when we say this behind us is not AI. It's all
Here it is.
It's au naturel.
It's all real,
Au
baby.
naturel. We're like, hey, Piazza sponsors the studio, so maybe we should have signage behind us. They're like, okay. So they give us these signs that are this wide, and I'm like, you realize the shot is that wide, right? And you gave us something that wide. So, just saying.
Send me a picture. I'll put it up behind me. It'll randomly flip off too. But I didn't mean to take you away from Enterprise no, we're in Target, right?
Yeah, let's go to the Target. Do I have this on? No. Roll this, Phil.
Hi.
So they're going up to the checkout counter, and they're
because we're not actually gonna buy all of this. We just loaded up our carts. We're protesting.
We're protesting.
Attention, Target shoppers.
Oh, come on.
2:00 now. We're going to walk out as part of the Free America walkout. We walk away from fascism. We walk towards a free America. We fight for a future that belongs to all of us. Everybody in, nobody out. Everybody should walk out, including the workers. Hi.
Wow.
Yeah, sacrifice your job because some cat lady, Karen, in the store said, walk out. By the way, Target was like one of the first major retailers in the United States to allow men and women to go to the bathroom in the same place.
Thank you.
It's one of the most woke companies in the country, and you're protesting them. And what are you doing? So you're gonna fill up your shopping carts. You're gonna bring it to the register. That's not doing anything. What you haven't bought it yet. All you're doing is they're going to take those carts. They're going to send them over to the return area. Someone's going to have to put all the stuff back that you put in there, and that's it. Like you're not doing anything.
Hold on a second, Sean.
Workers to join you at work in a protest. Bothers me.
What's up? I have breaking news.
Uh-oh,
I have breaking news on this. ICE has just said we're releasing everyone.
Thank
in
God.
order to stop this.
That was the final straw, Mike? Is that what you're telling me? That was the final straw?
It was the full carts at Target that's what broke the camel's back. ICE is retreating. Just stop with the madness.
What a wannabe warrior.
Could you found a a less inspiring individual to make that statement too? Attention Target shoppers.
But this is like her fantasy moment.
Yeah.
I am a
You know
warrior.
what she reminds me of?
Yeah.
She reminds me of unsalted saltines, right? Like you're at that point just eating cardboard, right? Unbelievable.
All right, guys, it is that time. Actually, it's 5 minutes past that time, so let's do this.
We know you're out there, and we also know that you want to sponsor Kayal and Company Fight Club. This segment is #1 amongst baby boomers and angry liberal women. They know fights equal rating.
You got knocked the out, man. We are gonna knock you out.
Fight Club on this Farish Friday. Today's was submitted by Leon. Leon, spelled Noel, spelled backwards.
Yeah.
This happened in. I don't know if this is. Yeah, I think this is the U.S. Not sure who's calling me at 9:16 in the morning. Can't you see I'm on the radio, lady? All right, Leon, we have your submission. Let's roll this, Phil. Looks like two people, one person trying to get on a bike outside of a bus stop. Oh, geez. Oh, she takes her down. Wow, look at this.
Close to the bus.
Way close to the bus. Look at this. Just pounding on one another. Wow. Two other get involved. Man.
Car alarm going off for what reason?
This is just wow.
Like the car note.
They're just beating this woman down.
Yeah.
Man.
A little kick to the side there, didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Was something just thrown?
It looks like
Did
it,
she
yeah.
block it?
Yeah.
You could block. You have a crowd forming now. This guy's a highlighter. He must be working. Got his orange on.
It's a good one. It's crazy. I like that. Women throwing down. All right, let's do the fight of the week now. Let's start with this.
Company Friday Fight Club 5. Your chance to vote for the fight of the week. And remember, fight equal rating.
All right, this was Monday's. I actually wasn't here Monday, so I don't know what this is. I haven't seen this one. I'm seeing this one for the first time. This looks like it took place outside the club. Farris, you were here on Monday.
Yeah.
All right. Let's roll Monday's fight, shall we? Roll it. Oh wow. Bouncer.
This is a good one.
Is that a bouncer? Or is
he might be.
There's just two guys. Yeah.
I think the bouncer comes out after.
Shirt coming off.
That's the bouncer, I think.
Yeah, there's the bouncer. Shirt coming off, but some other guy gets involved. A lot of people are filming.
Yep. This fight gets contagious.
Wow. Meaning more people are jumping in. Look at this.
There are some spin-offs that wind up in a different entrance too in a minute. It's a pretty good one.
Look at that. Women are involved now.
That was the longest bleep in the history of bleeps, by the way. That was like right off the Osbournes. They have internet culture and their cell phones. I gotta record this, put this on TikTok later, man. It's a big fight. Now here's another one. Look at the different door.
Wow, look at this. Yeah, this is contagious. You're right.
It's spread.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are different people fighting now. So this was like a
same club, different. Wow.
Same club, different door.
Yeah.
You got a
Is
little
this on a cruise ship?
Guy to the left.
Yeah, no, this is not on a cruise ship, although it could be.
Just checking.
It could be.
It could be.
Yep. Wow, this one goes on forever,
like
too.
It may have been around Halloween time, you know. Halloween decorations.
I see a cowboy hat. Wow.
Cops are on the scene.
The cops get involved now.
It's a long duration event there.
That is a good one.
It was a solid fight.
Wow, this is going to be... All right, so this is Tuesday. Now, Mike, I heard you reference this week when you were doing the show with Rooney.
Yeah.
So when I this was Gigi Gadget that submitted this one. I should have said a viewer discretion advised from this one because this is a very violent fight in my opinion. Dawn, do you remember this one?
I never heard you double clutch.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, it's a good fight. I think this is the cornrows. Is this the cornrows?
Yes, it's just a chest kick.
The white girl with the cornrows. All right, let's roll Tuesday's fight. Roll this. Watch this. Look at it.
Damn!
Takes her down. Look, smashes her head. Look at those shots. Look at those shots, Sean. Oh my God.
Grabs her by the roots of her hair. It's hard to watch.
Well, it's real. I mean, she's really laying those. She's really laying those shots in.
I'll tell you, that's the last time she'll be late for the Mensa meeting.
Oh my goodness.
Felicia.
Come on, Felicia. Felicia's
Put
getting
those
her
back in.
Bye,
there
Felicia.
goes the weave.
Oh, there goes the weave.
Off.
Weave's off. Now she's more aerodynamic, I think.
She's weaveless.
Yep.
She's trying to fight.
First of all,
really having a hard time.
First of all, Mike and Sean, look at this. Look at this neighborhood that this is happening in. I just God. Mike, are you repulsed yet?
It's just it kind of makes me sad because these people really need love.
Yeah. All they need is love. All right.
Love.
So this
I think they need what I like to call the small room, big needle, long nap protocol.
By the way, this
I'm not a doctor. It's
Yeah.
not endorsed by the FDA, but a small padded room, a large needle, and a long nap usually solves most problems.
Sure.
This next one was the San Jose Sharks and the Florida Panthers. This was submitted by our own.
Well, this is hockey.
Yes, this was submitted by our own Tony Bruno. Tony Bruno brought this to the cut sheet, which he very rarely does. So Bruno asked me for it, so I'm giving it to him. This is a hockey fight. Roll this.
And these guys on the bench, they love it. That is just so cool. That's hockey's a fun sport. You know why? You commit a penalty and you have to go to jail for 2 minutes. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's great. It's the only sport that does that.
100%.
You go to jail. You get detained.
And
in hockey.
And
the timeout room.
And a lot of times the fights, the refs are kind of just they're kind of just skating around them, watching them do
get
it.
it out of your system. Come on.
Wait until it gets a little. All right, this was Thursdays. This happened outside. It looks like a little car brawl. Woman with pink hair. Roll this. The drop kick.
That's the kick.
The drop kick. Oh man.
Oh, yes. Eat him up. Eat him up. Eat him up. Eat him up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Another Mensa meeting for everyone. I just liked so. I'm gonna say I feel like I'm gonna say that one should probably get eliminated because it was so short. I only really liked it because of the initial drop kick. So what do you guys think? Should we eliminate that one?
Yeah,
I think that one has a good highlight, but it's not a good game. Take it out of the mix.
Agreed. Okay, so Phil, take Thursdays out. Let's go around the room and vote on the fight of the week. Mike Opelka, I know this pains you, but we will start with you. Sir, which one is the fight of the week according to you?
Well, I'm going to go with the professionals. I'm going to go with the hockey fight.
Wednesday's hockey fight?
Yeah.
All right. Dawn Stenslin.
I'm going to go with the white girl with the braids and the white pants.
The one that was very
Cornrow Connie.
Yeah,
very
cornrow.
violent.
Yeah.
Which one was that? Was that
Cornrow
Tuesdays?
Connie. I think Tuesday.
I believe that was Tuesdays. Sean Farish, my friend, you're here for every Farish Friday for a fight of the week. Which one do you vote for?
I'm going with Mondays because it was contagious and it spilled over into a second entrance and it was long and it was good and it was very entertaining. I'm going with Mondays outside the club.
As usual, Sean and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
I am also going with Mondays just for the duration of it and the fact that there was so much going on there. That was a quality fight.
It was like 4 fights in one.
Go vote right now. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Here, let me go vote right now. Fight of the week. There we go. Submitting for Mondays. All right. Wow. It's a close one. It's a close one. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Go vote. We should take a quick break and then come back with. We have more, Mike Opelka. We have more.
There are so many infuriating clips
nonsense.
left.
Yeah, we've only really scratched.
We
the
might
surface.
go to 11:30 today.
Don't. I hope you don't have anything happening because we're gonna sit here all morning with you. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Stay there.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/Mike.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
Download to see if you qualify for Albert Instant Advance. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription is required for Instant Advance. Please see the Albert app or albert.com for subscription pricing. Subscriptions can be canceled at any time.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? You can get up to a $1,000 advance fast to pay for car repairs, bills, rent, groceries, whatever you need. Plus, Albert can help you find ways to save and give you a custom budget to actually grow your money.
Albert can get me up to $1,000?
Exactly. But they do more than get you up to $1,000. Albert is your financial assistant, helping you budget, save, and spotting you money in a pinch.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code SAVE to get up to $1,000 for your bills, rent, groceries, and more. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code SAVE to get up to $1,000. Use code SAVE to get up to $1,000.
Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Trust and Will.
My dad and I were always close, but some things we just didn't talk about, like his will. After he was gone, we found out he didn't have one, and it created a lot of stress during a time of grief.
Creating a will can be hard to think about, but avoiding it can lead to greater difficulty for the people you love. That's why Trust and Will makes estate planning simple. Create a will online in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I have a will in place to make sure my loved ones are protected. With Trust and Will, it was easy and affordable, and I got peace of mind knowing my wishes are clear.
Trust and Will.
Get 20% off when you visit trustandwill.com/plan. That's trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
It's a new year, and there's no better time to invest in your smile than right now. It's 2026, and this is the year that you want healthier teeth, greater confidence, and care you can trust. So make your appointment now with Dr. Mike Veneria at Veneria Dental. With Dr. Mike, it's not about cost, it's about care. His compassion and commitment to your health is his top priority, and I should know he's my dentist. And for over 12 years, Dr. Mike has been recognized by his peers as a master of complex dental surgery and procedures. He treats other doctors. He's the guy the experts call the expert in handling complex dental surgeries and procedures. So, my entire family goes to Dr. Mike, and when it comes to your health, you don't cut corners. That's why it's so important. You go to the best and only the best. With 2 offices to serve you in Cinnaminson and Woodbury. Make your appointment to get your free dental implant consultation today. If you already had an estimate, get a second opinion. It's worth doing. This is your smile we're talking about. VeneriaDental.com, BANARIA, VeneriaDental.com.
This week's Game Time Sports Update is brought to you by Bet365.
The pro basketball season is still in full swing with a slate of games scheduled for Monday night to kick off Week 15. Charlotte will host Philadelphia in an Eastern Conference matchup, while LA will travel to Chicago for a cross-country showdown. Meanwhile, Memphis visits Houston in a matchup of familiar rivals as the playoff positioning begins to take shape.
When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the Bet365 app today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Pennsylvania.
Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Trust and Will.
My dad and I were always close, but some things we just didn't talk about, like his will. After he was gone, we found out he didn't have one, and it created a lot of stress during a time of grief.
Creating a will can be hard to think about, but avoiding it can lead to greater difficulty for the people you love. That's why Trust and Will makes estate planning simple. Create a will online in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I have a will in place to make sure my loved ones are protected. With Trust and Will, it was easy and affordable, and I got peace of mind knowing my wishes are clear.
Trust and Will.
Get 20% off when you visit trustandwill.com/plan. That's trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Now you can listen to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the iHeartRadio app.
It is 9:33. I guess that's halftime on Kayal and Company these days. No?
Yeah.
Halftime? No. It was a joke. 3.5 hours down, 3.5 more to go. Michael Felton. I didn't mean to throw math into the equation on a Friday.
It's
no math.
It's way too early for math.
Sorry, but I'm in for Nick Kayal. He's fighting the COVID. Should be back. Sean Farish is here because it's a Farish Friday.
Woo-hoo.
By the way, Sean will be hosting today from 3 to 6. So make sure you tune in for. It's really a Farish Friday now because you're getting a double dose. A double dose. Double dose.
Dawn's here. Gregory's here, and we're not done with the cut sheet, are we?
No.
We're never done with the cut sheet. As Dawn knows, we got cut sheet for days.
Greg Stocker gives good cut sheet.
Thank you very much.
Have we recovered? Who snorted?
That was me.
And not me.
Have we recovered from the YouTube channel debacle that we had earlier?
We did. We got a nice viewer count for Fight Club because as we all know, fights equal ratings. People want to see Fight Club.
We're slacking on the likes though. 30 away from 400. I don't know what the heck's going on. Here.
That is Mr. President. That can't stand, can it?
These people are asking for, they're asking to be bombed, okay? I'm going to start sending them a picture of their house and say, remember what I did to Abdul? We're going to do the same thing to you. I got along well with Abdul till I didn't. And I said, I'm going to drop Stacey Abrams on your house. And we call her a bunker buster. 30,000-pound bunker buster.
That's a Moab of all.
And we did that with Iran, too. Think about it. We did that with Iran, and she had, she has the gap between the teeth. She was whistling all the way down as we dropped her. It was the only noise we made in the entire operation. And she was whistling all the way down. We used to call her the Beast of the Southeast. Now we call her the Beast of the Middle East. And obliterated the nuclear facility. Obliterated. So that's what's going to happen to you if you don't hit the like button. So you better do it.
We have 30 people. We're 30 away from 400. So please,
come on, people.
Yeah, please. We need 30 people right now to youtube.com/1210WPHT. Hit the like button. 30 of you. It's been a while since we've had a meltdown on an airline. So we figure Southwest is the best place for this to happen. A man has a meltdown and throws food after his wife was allegedly talking with another man.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's a violation. That's a food throwing violation.
What, just because her wife was talking to another dude?
Of course, yeah. It's Southwest Airlines. The minute you get on the plane, the rules change.
I don't know this. Yeah. I don't know this individual, so I'm just speculating. But from the preview picture I have right now in the hopper, it may have been some roid rage. That's all I'm saying. Could have been.
Really?
Could have been. I'm speculating, Dawn. I don't know for a fact, but you know.
He's just asking questions.
I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking
for
questions.
A friend.
I'm just asking questions. All right, let's roll this. Oh, they're escorting him off.
Everybody wants you off, dude.
Okay, I got this, guys.
You want to chime in, guys? Yeah. No. Yeah. So if your wife is over there talking to another dude, man, you're just gonna sit there and take it out. But yet you feel like you can talk to me? Is that fair? Is that fair? Don't fucking point your finger at me. I'm just protecting myself from this nut job. You're running your out. Nut job. You're running your out. $1 for a slice.
All right, guys.
Multiple angles.
Phone down. Are you like 80? You still filming people? Don't make me throw my food at you. Just make.
Oh no!
That's a violation.
Put your
And that guy's grinning.
I know.
Put your phone down.
This is why the fasten seatbelt sign stays on.
See, I think a taser should be issued to all flight attendants.
Oh, God.
He says French fries anyways. Tell me he's going to eat it. Eat it.
That is amazing.
Excellent. I agree with you, Greg. I think steroids may have played a role here.
Yeah, I'm just speculating, but I mean, the dude looks a little. I mean, just yelling at his wife or talking to another guy. I mean, come on.
They're probably on their honeymoon.
You think? You think? They're flying in
ain't gonna last.
No.
They're flying in Southwest and.
Well, they definitely haven't been
That's what
married a
happens when an
long
airline
time.
allows you to sit wherever the hell you want.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
That's true.
What were you
I
saying,
think they
Dawn?
got rid of that, though, right?
Yeah.
No, they definitely haven't been married for a long time. Because if they were, then he'd be like, okay, you deal with her. I don't care.
Do you want her? Do you want her? It's not right. That's not right. So this woman, this is Mike Opelka found this, and we've been sitting on this for a couple of days here. This is 16, Phil. So this woman goes on TikTok or something, and she's telling people, is this a woman?
Yes.
Really?
Well, you know, I'm assuming. I'm making an assumption. I believe because
Look at that
Mike, you're
nose.
a biologist. You can't make that statement.
Dawn,
That's true.
Do you see it in the hopper? That looks like, I don't know.
I don't know anymore.
That nose looks like a dude. But anyway, this person says
It's a bad angle, Gregory.
Well,
It's a
Look for
horrible
the
angle.
Adam's apple. That's the tell.
this
That's not the real tell, Dawn. That's about a yard south
the visual.
where you find the real.
So she titles this "Stay Safe Out There" and definitely do not do any of these things. And she's talking about ICE and what you should do to ICE vehicles, but she's saying don't do this, but with one of those little wink and nods, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Here, wait. Do I have this here? This is.
So she's just asking questions, too?
She's just asking questions, Sean. That's right.
Okay.
Or it's actually advice. I think this is advice she's giving.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, roll this.
Hey guys, whatever you do, do not buy roofing nails and put them in front of ICE trucks or ICE facility entrances and exits. Don't do that. Don't.
What's with the voice? Don't do that.
Vocal fry.
Yeah.
The vocal fry.
Yeah. Don't do that.
AOC is the worst with that.
Yeah. We'll get to her
She's
in a
the worst
second.
with that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
All right, let's go around the room. You guys only saw 10 seconds of it, but female or male? I guess that's a female. I guess it is. I don't know.
I'm the only
gonna
one
say female.
who's congressionally represented by a man pretending to be a woman. So I think I have skin in this game. I know a man pretending to be a woman.
That's
I think
right.
this is actually just a tough girl.
Yeah, because Mike is from Delaware and McBride. What's her name?
Yep.
What's her name?
Timothy.
Might as well be Bill McBride.
But she goes by he goes by Sarah.
Oh, Sarah.
I think.
Sarah.
But his name is Timothy.
Timothy McBride.
Really? His
Yeah.
name's Timothy?
Yeah.
Oh. But we have to all call him Sarah?
Well,
Sarah.
they want us to call her Sarah. I call him Tim, but that's okay. You know.
Timmy.
That's, Tim, the
Sounds
two-man
like a
tailor.
Tim, looks like a Tim,
Timmy.
dresses like a Sarah.
It's
By
a
the way,
Tim. Tiny Tim.
low energy name, Tim. Timmy. Here, come here, Timmy. Timmy.
Low T name.
Timothy is a stronger name. If you go by the full name, Timothy sounds stronger.
Yeah.
Tim, because then I think of Tim Walsh tampon Tim,
Yeah.
and I think of the wacky waving inflatable tube man. Used cars.
Yeah,
You know?
don't name your kids Tim. Hey, Timmy.
No.
Timmy. It sounds like a cat or something, you know?
It
All
does
right.
sound like a cat.
All right, roll this.
Hey guys, whatever you do, do
Oh, wait, hang on. Let's start it over so we can sync this up there, Phil. Ready, go.
Hey guys, whatever you do, do not buy roofing nails and put them in front of ICE trucks or ICE facility entrances and exits. Don't do that.
Don't do that. No.
Definitely don't put air tags in their cars and follow them around to figure out where they're taking people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please do not fill water balloons with dog poop, oil, glitter.
She's single,
Don't
ladies.
do that.
Or guys.
Don't
or
put boiling
whatever.
water on their windshields. And
By the way, can I just say something? If you have a big schnoz, and I do, so like I'm speaking from experience. No, I absolutely do. If you have a big schnoz, don't put a ring.
Don't do that.
Don't put a ring in it. Don't draw attention to it. You know what I mean? Like you want to, if you have a big nose, you have to do something like I do, where you keep your hair long to draw attention away from it or something like that. You don't accentuate it by putting a nose ring in there like that.
It's generally a good rule not to pierce the
Greg,
nose.
is don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't.
But if I'm a protester,
yeah.
If I'm a protester and they're going, okay, here's what we're going to do. Groups 1 through 7, you're going to do the nails by the cars. Groups 8 and 9, you're going to do the air tags. Groups 10 and 11, you have to collect dog poo and oil and glitter and put it in balloons.
Yeah.
And bring them back to us. And I'm going, okay, I'm out. I quit. Resigning today. You don't have to pay me today, George Soros. Who's putting dog
about
poo?
the AirTags. Like the AirTag thing doesn't work anymore because your phone will tell you if there's like an unidentified AirTag near you. It'll like alert. I got this when we were in an apartment. The people who lived upstairs from us, they had one that I guess they had gotten after Christmas. All of a sudden, my phone started going off saying, "There's an AirTag near you. You may be being tracked." So I'm sitting there going, "That's not cool," but it wound up being the people upstairs is AirTags. So if you're dropping AirTags on people's cars, they're going to find them, and you're going to get in trouble. That's it.
So we talked with Rooney about this, and he is a lawyer. And I said, "Is she liable for any kind of legal action? Because there are people going after these ICE vehicles. They're pouring hot water on windows in frozen weather, trying to crack them. They're throwing the dog poop balloons, etc." And he said that's really hard to do. But she has been visited by the FBI already at least once.
But doesn't she kind of doesn't she cover herself by saying don't do this?
Well, that's the question. The intent is there, and it's really hard to prove intent.
Yeah.
That's the issue. But they can go back to the punishment is the process they put her through.
Yeah.
She'll never end up being found guilty, but she'll have to get a lawyer.
All right, let's keep going here, Phil.
No, definitely do not give them coffee with laxatives. Don't do that.
Oh boy.
Definitely don't dress up like an ICE agent, go into a group of ICE agents and start saying that people are imposters and getting them to infight. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Do not fill spray bottles with deer. It's very, very stinky and does not come off. Don't do that. Fart sprays, don't even think about it. Don't do it. And for the love of God, whatever you do, do not put spray foam in their exhaust pipes. Don't do that.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
I love that. I love that movie.
Now, how do you get the deer to pee in the bottle?
It's a great question.
That's tricky.
Yeah,
For the spray.
very, very carefully, right, Don?
Because I know you can actually go to Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops, or whatever it is now, and you can buy coyote pee, which
it's very stinky.
Used for hunting, but it's a horrible smell. And the fart spray, you've seen the guy who does the videos catching the porch pirates?
Yes.
And he puts the fart spray inside the box. What a great business. What a great country we live in, where someone can make a fart spray and be making millions of dollars.
You want ICE agents to take their masks off. Fart spray is not a way to do it. Okay?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. This U.S. Postal Service driver yells and appears to flip off a Border Patrol agent while they have somebody pulled over driving a Honda Civic. Roll this.
Go home, United States Postal Service.
Wow. So even the mailmen are getting involved in this. Flipping people off.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. What are we doing?
Just deliver the mail, okay? You don't do that well. Focus on doing that.
I know.
Just deliver the mail. That's it. Stop losing packages and deliver things. There's no reason for you to be flipping people off.
Your job is becoming obsolete by the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These mail people with this. 36 here. Jasmine Crockett dropped the hood speak. You know, we talk about this all the time about how she is because she grew up a very wealthy, privileged human. She grew up way wealthier than I did, and in a whiter neighborhood that I grew up in. And she speaks like, she's from the Bronx. She's not. So now she's code switching now to be a gun-toting, farm-loving Texan. Rovis.
Listen, I'm a gun-toting Texan, right? So I own firearms.
All right, hang on a second. She's a gun-toting Texan? Really? Does anybody buy that?
Nope.
No. No, but then let's go back to Van Jones, who said you got to drop the radical pose to achieve the radical ends.
Yeah. Yep.
It's kind of what she's doing.
Yeah. So now
That's exactly what she's doing.
So now she's trying to be one of them. How long until she comes out in a cowboy hat? That's what I'm
That'd be good.
With Beyonce.
Yeah.
With Beyonce.
Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Listen, I'm a gun-toting Texan, right? So I own firearms, I'm licensed to carry, and I also care about agriculture. Way before I was running for the United States Senate, I served on the Ag Committee. I'm the girl who's actually lived in rural Texas. I'm the girl that has actually driven farm equipment. So, that's a little different than what you normally see or normally think. But for me, it's just a matter of not wanting to roll back people's rights, I believe that workers should have protections, whether it's from the heat extremities, or I believe that, we should have a criminal justice system that actually works for everyone. I believe in very basic things. I believe in Medicare for all, which at some point in time, I'm sure people were like hair on fire about that. But in a state that leads an uninsured, in a state in which we have so many people that are currently on the marketplace, and now they are not going to get those tax subsidies when over 90% of the people that actually are on the Affordable Care marketplace here in the state of Texas need those subsidies and use them. Right now, this is really life or death. So I don't think that people are really concerned about labels.
So let me ask you guys a question. So is she from the streets? Is she from?
She looks like she's from Alaska.
Is she a gun-toting Texan? What is she? Where is her background? Oh, that's right. Her background is a privileged private school, wealthy family that she grew up in, right?
And she was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Right? Wasn't she?
She's not even a Texan.
She's a gun-toting Texan
now.
Come on, Dawn. She's a gun-toting Texan.
Oh, excuse me.
Go with the bid here. She's a gun-toting Texan.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
91 XLR said she looks like Don Cheadle. She's dressed like Don Cheadle. It's a great hat.
I love the fact that she mentions that people are on the Affordable Care Act and it's not affordable. They need more subsidies to subsidize the already unaffordable Affordable Care Act, which the Democrats passed by themselves. I love when they out themselves like this. People just don't realize it. It's like, oh, well, the Affordable Care Act will be affordable if those subsidies continue. There are already subsidies. The ones that they added during COVID were there to help people during COVID. It's like when you have a cold and you drink Dayquil, when the cold is over, you don't keep drinking the Dayquil. You don't need the assistance anymore. That was the point of those temporary subsidies, the COVID ones that they put on top of the subsidies that were originally in place with the Affordable Care Act. So what they're saying is the Affordable Care Act isn't affordable, and they're trying to make it, quote unquote, more affordable by subsidizing it even further, as if that trend isn't going to continue. It makes me so mad because where does the government get the money? They get it from us, right? So you're going to be paying more in taxes to make your health care more affordable. But if you're paying more, is it really more affordable? No. The answer is no. Yeah. Nobody seems to understand that.
And that, my friend, is a Farish Friday cut sheet. Good job, Sean. Sean Farish today, 3 to 6 p.m. And then next week, I believe, Michael Pelka will be in with Sean for a day because I want to hear these two of my favorite humans together.
Have you guys done it together? Have you guys done it together this week, though?
No. They were supposed to do it together.
They were supposed to, that's right.
Yeah, but Kayal got sick. I have COVID. I can't
allegedly.
Come in. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Wimp. So
COVID.
So they will do a show together next week. But don't forget, 3 to 6 today, Sean Farish. Thank you, my friend.
All right, thank you. See everybody at 3 o'clock. See you later.
Yeah.
Love you, Sean.
Love you, Sean. All right.
Go out and get that salt.
We should take a break. Michael Pelka's going to stick with us. You have Zioli coming up, don't you?
I think Zioli's going to be here at 11.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, he's on a train. He wrote me and said he's on a train today. So it'd be funny to get him on the train.
That would be.
Why?
Because the Wi-Fi sucks.
It is fun, like in a limo, on a train, on a plane. You know what I mean? You never know where
in the world is Rich Zioli hiding.
I wanted to see if he wanted to join for the big three.
I know.
But I guess he can't. Okay. All right. Rich Zioli coming up with Dawn Stensland at 11. Dawn, can you talk to us about the big three coming up and Phil Almquist, 8 Share, coming up next with Today in Music History. Dawn, can you talk to us about Marvin E. Canz?
Yes, my guys. Marvin E. Canz, Kanze. I got my guys. And maybe you need to make sure that your HVAC is, if it's not working quite right and you want somebody who you know is honest, trained technicians, not salespeople in disguise like Decepticons, then you want to call my guys. Marvin E. Canz, Heating and Air Conditioning, to replace that old unit with a train furnace or heat pump. TRANE, it's hard to stop a train. Go to my guys, and you can count on them. I've counted on them. And by the way, they did install new water heaters. That was last year. Did an awesome job. So I've talked about them, for more than a year now, and just think the world of them. They do great work, and they're so honest and so great. Marvin E. Canz, KanZ.com. Marvin E. Canz, KanZE.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. All your roles, fill them sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
The most important part of your financial future is the firm you choose. You see, all financial firms are not the same. Traditional firms that sell securities can't guarantee income and are vulnerable to bankruptcies, market losses, capital gains taxes, and ongoing fees. But the exclusive crash-proof retirement system continues to protect over 6,000 clients from market losses and bankruptcies, and provides guaranteed tax-favored income with the potential for double-digit interest returns with no fees whatsoever. Our one-of-a-kind proprietary system continues to protect billions of dollars in assets. Are you in or near retirement? There's only one crash-proof retirement for the American retiree. Schedule an appointment or register for our next event at the William Penn Inn on February 17th, 800-722-9728 or crashproofretirement.com.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs.
Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Follow Talk Radio 1210 on Instagram and Facebook at 1210 WPHT.
9:58. Sorry about this. I realized I needed to get the spot in before 10 o'clock. This segment brought to you by Bucks County Estate Traders. Love Bucks County Estate Traders. We were there, Dawn and I. Yes. Nick were there for Veterans Day there in Hatfield. Furnish your home and make a statement for the new year with one trip to Bucks County Estate Traders. Browse over 16,000 pieces, all high-quality, famous brands, meticulously cared for and curated by their experts. Visit BucksCountyEstateTraders.com at their showroom in Hatfield. Thank you, Bucks County Estate Traders, for sponsoring the 9 o'clock hour. Thank you for sponsoring and being a great partner through us throughout the years. We appreciate you, Michael Pelka.
I still think about those chairs you guys were sitting in.
Dawn loved them.
Envy.
Dawn loved them.
Amazing, like
day.
butter.
Yeah.
The place is huge.
Say that
huge.
again.
Give yourself an hour at least.
At least.
To wander through there. It's good
Dawn,
stuff.
you are, oh man.
What?
You know exactly what you're doing.
What?
You little minx.
Ooh.
Can I just do,
By the way, there's this Chesterfield leather sofa.
Yeah. Bucks County.
I love it. Like, I want it.
Well, I mean, you have that secret credit card that Larry doesn't know anything about, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's
and he's
$410 less because somebody decided he wanted to fly home today out of one-way ticket.
Wait, why does he need to be home this weekend? He just went there. He just went back, didn't he? 3 weeks ago?
And he's going to be stuck here because of the snow.
I know. He doesn't want to. It's fake break, they call it, because classes resume next Thursday. But the problem is it's freaking North Carolina. So they're going to have power outages. He's going to be there like alone in a dorm. He doesn't want to be there. You know what I mean? In all this weather.
He needs to go to a snowed-in party. He'd find a little North Carolina honey.
I'm sure he checked that out. You know what I mean? And there weren't any parties. So what do? Mom!
Host your own. Host
your
own.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then all of his friends are coming home. You know, they're like, yo, dude, we're all coming. Go back to Philly. Big party.
College was... Yeah, Stocker knows this. College was the unsupervised era in my life. And
I wish I could go
I
back.
took every opportunity
I wish I could
not
go back,
to come
Dawn.
home.
Dawn, I wish I could go back. Take me back.
Old school. Let's go old school.
Calgon, take me away. Before we get to, and this is the Dawn Stenlin show, by the way. Can I read some instant feedback? I always forget Twitter, so I want to make sure that I'm giving my Twitter people the love. Richard Notaro says, things I did not have on my bingo card this morning was a Don Cheadle reference. That's a very good point. Snow Bunny Gal says, it takes a very specialized sick person to be able to figure out how to get dog poop into a deflated balloon without getting it on yourself.
Yeah,
Again,
nice work if you could get it.
A very good point. Angelo, our buddy Angelo, who's been in the studio with us, he says, I didn't want to say anything about Dawn's glasses, but they are woke Rachel Maddow glasses. Please get rid of them.
I know, I apologize.
He's just wrong.
I hate him.
He's just wrong. They're not.
They're I have no choice here, but I did order. It's just taking forever. And contacts.
Well, we like you in
contacts.
We like you in contacts, but the glasses are sexy.
Oh,
they work. They work. They're almost like Nana Muscuri, not Rachel Maddow.
Here's the thing: is that I actually like you better in glasses.
You do?
I do. It's way hotter, I think, than without glasses. So I'm just saying. I could be wrong. I
think that's a poll. We need a poll. If we're running through the next half hour.
By the way, one more, then we'll get to Phil, then we'll get to Dawn. That's big three. Ornery Hounds, one of our buddies, says, today is further evidence that Stunt Brain is radio's greatest six man off the bench and hitting his shot. I agree with him. I agree with him. I've liked Mike.
We love you.
I've loved Mike Opelka for how many years? How many years have you and I been together?
7 or 8 years we've been doing
time.
this.
It's been a long time. All right, we'll get to Dawn's Big Three in a second. Phil, are you ready?
Well, I'm always ready. Come on.
That's true.
Music history on Kayal and Company.
Today, January 23rd, we celebrate the birthday of Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, who's now 73. We also lost Jimmy Bain in 2016 and Terry Kath, from Chicago in 1978. Signature Whiplash by Metallica in 84. I Surrender by Rainbow in 81. In 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins in 96. Album Nikud Station to Station by Bowie in 76. Animals by Pink Floyd in 77. Run Wild by Airborne in 2008. And Megadeth's latest Today, which means I'm headed to my local record store a little bit later today. Also, in 56, rock fans, it's true. In Cleveland, under 18 years old were banned from dancing in public due to a law dating back to 1951. In 91, a station in New Mexico played Stairway to Heaven for over 24 hours to inaugurate a format change to classic rock. In 59, the Winter Dance Party tour began in Milwaukee. In 2012, Van Halen was topped the hard rock singles chart with Tattoo. In 82, the Allman Brothers were on SNL. And in 88, Nirvana held their very first recording session in Seattle. But lastly, on this day in 86, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted their very first class, including Fats Domino, Chuck Berry, and of course, Linda Kurtz's favorite, Elvis Presley. See you tomorrow night. I'm Phil Upquist.
Phil, have you, I hate to cut you off, Greg.
Go right ahead.
Phil, have you ever been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame dinner?
The dinner? Yes, I did it once in 2014 when Kiss and Nirvana actually went in.
And it's a formal event now, but that first year, it was catered like the roadies got catered, Greg. They had beanie weenies, and they had big hot dog Franks and beans. That's what you got served. And they had giant vats of ice water with beer in it.
You know, Dawn. Maybe it's that we've been together for almost 5 hours now. But your references in the 10 o'clock hour are my favorite, and I don't know why they tickle me the way they do. So, beanie weenies. Phil, are you going to be going to Siren Records there in Doylestown?
Yes, that's where I wasn't sure, since if they're a sponsor or not. But
they're not a sponsor.
That's actually exactly where I'm going a little bit later.
You know, you can just get it off of Spotify right now, right?
Yes, but I like to own things because that's how I am.
I love you for that. And you know who else I love?
It's the Big Three with Dawn Stensland.
Beanie weenies.
Beanie
weenies, everybody.
Sponsoring us. I know, I'm still cracking up. Stop. All right. Big Three on this Snowmageddon Friday as we prep for the storm. We'll have the latest numbers on that one. But beginning number one, new details, and this is so tragic. New details on the murder of a former Philadelphia Eagle. Police IDing the victim as 55-year-old former defensive lineman Kevin Johnson. News choppers flying over the scene of the Los Angeles homeless encampment in the Willowbrook area where his body was discovered. The L.A. County medical examiner saying Johnson was stabbed to death and he suffered blunt head trauma. So homicide investigators, now detectives, trying to figure out who did this. A huge story, but you're seeing that Johnson obviously played for the Philadelphia Eagles and Oakland Raiders from back in the 90s, 95 to 97. Friends, by the way, blame a lot of his health problems and falling on hard times. They blame CTE. After his career in the NFL ended, he did play in the Arena Football League with the Orlando Predators, LA Avengers. But for those of you Eagles fans, you may remember him. Let's take you back in his glory days. Here's a TD call when he was with the Birds.
Still a 10-9 game. Dan down 13-9. It's a fumble. William Fuller knocks it loose. Kevin Johnson picks it up. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Touchdown.
Chris Berman,
scored,
man.
And the Eagles lead it 20-9.
Wow, Chris Berman, I forgot.
Sad.
Wow.
How sad is that? Yeah. And then was the league just unable to help?
It's a great question.
It's not like the NFL is hurting for money.
Well, that's just it. I mean, he was living at he's originally from LA.
Yep.
But friends are saying that he fell on very hard times, obviously, was living in this encampment. And I don't have that information. I think that's, it's something that's going viral and people saying, are you kidding me? That they couldn't help him and reach out to him. And especially now, they did the autopsy for the cause of death, but are they going to do the autopsy and release results of any CTE, brain injuries, that sort of thing?
It's an awful thing. Oh.
He played in the National Football League for about 7 years.
Oh, man.
Great guy, fun-loving. The community's going to miss him.
He played for the Eagles in the 1995-1996 season. Just for a reference, there, he only played with him for I think 1 or 1.5 seasons, but also played with the Oakland Raiders. It's sad.
That CTE is such a mother. I ran into the late Gale Sayers, one of the greatest running backs ever.
Yeah.
And he was in Las Vegas at a sports place signing photographs for $75, and I got one for my dad, but he wrecked 5 photographs before he could sign his name correctly.
Oh, man.
And it was just heartbreaking because it's just his head was just not really working. So the NFL makes billions every year. Hollywood has those homes for the aged. We need to have the same kind of treatment for these retired NFL players.
They have, they have these, the NFL does have programs that
only recently,
yes,
though.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. You think about, you're a Bears fan. You think about the 85 Bears. Every single one, they all, and we all know how hard they hit. How many of those guys got CTE?
You have to wonder because the league's not in a big rush to put them all in the front of a camera.
Jim McMahon, he was, he
the
died.
2 safeties, Fensick and Plank, they used to launch themselves head first at people.
I know.
So
yeah, sad.
Johnny. Do you know Johnny Morris? Was a Chicago
him,
Bear.
yeah.
He's now
Yeah.
90 years old. So he is the father-in-law of somebody who used to work for CBS Sales, Megan, who's an in-law of mine, right?
Yeah, I remember Megan.
So Johnny Moore, I'll have to introduce. You would love him, but he's the thing about Johnny, 90 years old, doing great. When we talk about all these injuries, so what are we doing differently now? And so part of it is, I think, I just think part of, especially in high school and college, the way they don't have to practice with these head-to-head hits. So I think
the concussion concern is great. Dave Winfield, one of the greatest athletes ever to go into pro sports, had 4 or 5 scholarship offers. He chose baseball. Why? Because I asked him the question, why baseball? He said, because I value my brain.
Yeah, it's, and also, too, Don, they just didn't know enough about concussions back then. They used to call it getting your bell rung.
Yeah,
get
back out there, run it off.
I just got my bell rung. Let me sit on the sideline for a second, shake off the cobwebs, and then you go back in. So we only know now the damage that it's done. It happens to football players. It happens to professional wrestlers. All of these guys, really.
It happens to that guy falling off the gutter elevator, ladder, the gutter ladder. He's, how many times a day does he get a concussion?
Poor Ron.
Number 2, let's update you on those Minnesota protester arrests.
Yeah.
And these are the individuals, by the way, who are among those. We're expecting more arrests could happen today. But this is the latest as federal authorities arresting these so-called anti-ICE agitators after that mob stormed a Baptist church service in St. Paul, Minnesota. Obviously, Attorney General Pam Bondi made this big announcement yesterday. We talked about it earlier this morning, but Bondi naming these 3, Nikema Levy Armstrong, who identifies as a pastor, Chantil Louisa Allen, who's a community organizer, and William Kelly. Those are the suspects. FBI Director Kash Patel saying that Armstrong's arrest was in connection with a violation of the FACE Act, which obviously we've talked a lot about, prohibiting interfering with the exercise of religion within a place of worship. And that FACE Act is also the one locally, Mark Houck. He was arrested, remember, under Biden's DOJ and was exonerated right here in Philadelphia by a federal jury. But in that one, it also can apply to if you are interrupting or intercepting anybody trying to go in and out of an abortion clinic. So Armstrong expected to appear as well in court. The latest I heard from Nakima Levy Armstrong's attorney said they still have not bailed her out, that she was, I think she spent the night in jail, as did William Kelly. So Dan Borowski found some great audio. Let's go to William Kelly first, as he was basically defying Pam Bondi. This was obviously before his arrest on social media. Take a look.
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You come here to a man wearing a suit. Is a preacher? Did Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No! Jesus would dine with immigrants. You do not touch me. Touch me.
So that was him in the church, William Kelly. I know he was also. Does
he want to do 3 to 6?
I know, right? I mean, look at
Only if Brendan Carr mandates.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was in the church. I know that he was also on social media cursing and calling Pam Bondi an effing B word, so on and so forth. And now we have his picture of his latest photo. This is his mugshot, because guess what? He challenged Pam Bondi to go and arrest him, and there's a mugshot of him somewhere, but he was arrested.
I hate to tell you guys though, but like this is exactly what these people want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly right.
They want this. They want the attention. They want people to pay attention to them.
They want to be martyrs.
That's exactly.
And
exactly
the ACLU will probably step up and try and defend them. But when I hear that FACE Act referenced, am I the only one who hears Fred Sanford going, Esther, you're going to be charged with the FACE Act because your face is ugly.
You ugly. God.
Stop.
Guys,
sorry.
By the way, a pair of, apropos of nothing, Red Fox, one of the greatest comedians of all time.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest comedians of all time. Changed my mind. Thank you.
So funny. So we have all of that going on. We're watching for it.
Do they know? Do they know? Because I know you said this earlier, which is a very astute point by you, Don Sensen, that you think that they'll subpoena their phones and all that stuff so they can see if it was some sort of coordinated effort. Do you think they'll do that, the same thing to Don Lemon?
Yep.
Do you?
Now, if the feds come in, because the local case got tossed. But the feds, as we were talking with Sean,
yes,
that should happen.
So I think that now Don Lemon is going to claim that his cell phone is a tool, a tool of journalism. And so they still will get the search warrant for it, but they have to go to the judge and present that to the judge, that this is somebody who's claiming to be a journalist. So they have to make the argument, and there's a higher level of an argument when somebody is a journalist, because he's going to say he has sources in there or something like that. But I suspect that that's what they're doing right now as we speak.
Well, can't they take the phone records without going into his phone and show a connection between the woman and Don Lemon's phone? If they take her phone, if they see a volume of calls ahead of time, they may be able to connect the dots that way.
Well, can't they just say, and Don, you would know this better than anybody, can't he just say, Don Lemon being, that somebody tipped him off that there was going to be a protest in here, and him as a quote-unquote journalist just went there to cover it?
Well, that's what he's been claiming. But the difference is, because he was out there with them before, he was claiming he didn't know where, that they do a surprise. So let's see what the text messages say.
But he also, I'm sorry, he's also on video saying to that woman, Nakima, this is covert what we're doing. So he was aware. There's an admitted level of awareness as to what was going on.
But they can, that's really where I was going. We're going in the same place here, Michael, that, in other words, he still maintains that this was all a surprise. And although he knew it was covert, what he's claiming is, hey, I didn't have pre-information. I didn't collude with these people. I'm just a journalist following along with their covert situation. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just covering
he's
this.
trying to be Arthur Kent, riding along with the troops and saying, I didn't know where we're going. I'm just going along for the ride.
Road Warrior says have to prove knowingly and willingly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
bar.
That's the thing is that you can take his text messages and say, hey, we're going to be here, blah, 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 blah. But if he was, I guess leading up to it, you're going to have to find out if he was an active participant in organizing it, right? Because I'm assuming that that's what that woman and that crazy dude who was yelling at a church are being charged with was organizing it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, when we reported this earlier, and I think Greg said this earlier, reported this, that at least one of the women in here said, oh, well, they say they're pastors, we're Christians. So we entered the church as Christians, and we sat and we prayed and we participated.
I do want to correct something that was said in the beginning. We did not rush into that church. We actually went and sat down and participated in the service.
Well, that guy's...
And after the pastor prayed, that is when I stood up and asked him a question in response to his prayer. And then he responded to me. And then I proceeded to ask him about Pastor David Easterwood and how is it possible for him to serve as both the pastor and the director of ICE for Minnesota.
Well, that guy's video, the guy we just played, that crazy dude, that proves
William Kelly
otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Because he's in there yelling at people, you call yourself Christians, blah, 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 blah. Like, he's proving the opposite of what...
As you can see, all these pretend
Christians,
all these comfortable...
That's not just him coming in and sitting down.
No.
That's him harassing people as they're praying.
Yeah, he's not worshiping, as she was saying. Yeah, we were just worshiping along. Yeah. Nice try.
So for him, I think William Kelly, they have probably a stronger case against him. But for her, because she's saying she's a pastor, you know what I mean? She's saying, I went there to worship and I was participating and even confronted with the pastor question and he responded. So that she's claiming this is all part of the service. Do you see what I'm saying? That she's worshiping too. So she's trying to say, I'm not storming in to disrupt a Christian service. I think that's her angle here, and that's why those text messages that I referred to earlier this morning, that is critical for them.
Yeah, if they show, hey, go in quiet, and then at 5 minutes after we're in, we'll all jump up. If there's a coordination and a plan, they're in deep trouble.
Do we know what their affiliation is? Like this group, is it affiliated with some larger group? Is it just a bunch of people who,
She was BLM, I thought, at one point. One of these people is Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, one of them is, so Nikema, I'm just trying to find my script again. So you have, BLM Association, you have political, Democrat organizations. And for him, though, for William Kelly, I believe that he had identified as being a homeless person. So they're all
really?
Yeah, so they're all coming together as these, different groups of people, but it was under the umbrella of this organized protest. We know that.
Interesting.
So let me show you now. So you might criticize, it's easy to criticize, obviously, First Amendment right of, somebody to go and pray in a holy place. This is a Baptist church. Right, and you see the parishioners there, and we also showed the video this week. Greg had shown it at some point, maybe again today, of some of the kids there and some of the girls, especially. It was frightening for them.
Living real comfortable while the people
this
starve.
Crazy person,
living real comfortable while children are dragged into concentration camps.
This is what was disrupting their service.
Oh wow.
So, there were people you're seeing them and they were fleeing from that church service.
Yeah.
Because they were afraid. Think of Tree of Life. Think of the shootings that have happened in churches. So they had reason for that. However, that's not really what is going viral right now. We want to show you this, and this is something that is in the headlines. So this is Nikema, who we've talked about, right? That this is a huge controversy that's happening. Why? Because according to her attorney, the White House posted this digitally altered image.
That's ridiculous. They don't need to do that.
Her attorney is saying that they used AI
They did.
to create what they call a meme, of her being arrested.
Another unforced error by this administration.
Yeah, I agree.
This is ridiculous.
Bad idea.
This is why there's no need to do this. The sweet memes and hey, we're gonna make cat turd laugh. Like that's not what you're doing here. Stop. You're in a position of power with this. Enough. My God.
So for those of you who are not watching us on YouTube, who can obviously see this whole thing, what you're seeing is the same individual on the left of your screen is what Kristi Noem, DHS secretary, correctly put out, which is the so-called perp walk that they posted where she's being arrested. Okay, and that is accurate. That's what Homeland Security Secretary, I should say, Kristi Noem, she had posted the picture of the perp walk of Armstrong's arrest, and that was yesterday about mid-morning-ish, right? She puts that out. But then you see, then later you see the White House, what they posted, which appears to be, tears streaming down her face in this moment of anguish and sobbing.
Did that ever happen anywhere, anytime?
They're saying no.
Totally altered.
They're saying this is made up.
The White House, the White House social media team could have just gotten this case dismissed with this. Honestly,
perhaps.
Honestly, like there's no reason to do it, and they need to take their phones away from them. Stop. Not everything needs to be a meme.
So here is Kayal Dorr on X, White House Communications Deputy Director underneath. And remember, Caroline Leavitt was obviously over in Davos. So it says, yet again, to the people who feel the need to reflexively defend perpetrators of heinous crimes in our country, I share with you this message. Enforcement of the law will continue. The memes will continue. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Bad move. Bad move. So you may have tainted the jury pool. She can't get a fair trial.
Yep.
And so it allows the left to respond to this and say, oh, it's propaganda.
Well, it's not propaganda.
Remember Hitler.
It's not propaganda. It has nothing to do with Hitler. It's childish and stupid. And it's the same conversation we had yesterday. I don't want to get back into it because I know Dawn loved what Scott Bassent said. But like at some point, you need to be above all of this. Like the election's over. You know what I mean? Like start governing, start doing things like this. There's no need for this whatsoever.
And one of the rules we had at the Blaze, if we ever were surrounded by crazy liberals, was turn on your camera and don't say anything. Because if you let people talk long enough, they'll say dumb stuff, and you'll be able to indict them just on that.
There's enough.
So this is dumb.
There's enough. You have enough. You have enough social media people out there that do your every bidding. That somebody will make a meme of this. So like you don't need to. That's not what the White House needs to be doing. It's just ridiculous.
Well said.
Ironic that Governor Newsom, who strikes me as Patrick Bateman meets Sparkle Beach Ken, maybe.
This is my favorite thing. Okay. I know you guys don't get it, but if you get
it's not that we don't get it. It's not that we don't get it. I understand. My point is that he's
funny.
He's the Treasury Secretary. His job is boring. Just do your job and stop making jokes. You're not Trump.
Well, it's okay. I think it's okay for him to respond to Newsom.
And that's
if
what he was
Newsom
asked.
goes after him. That's okay. But, let's not make it a thing. Let's not make it a daily. Newsom's a big enough jerk himself. But just keep pointing out, at least he brought facts to the equation. I just didn't get Sparkle Beach Ken because I'm not part of the 429 Club.
Before you move on to three, since you mentioned Gavin Newsom, can I play this really quickly? This is
please.
Gavin Newsom was crying yesterday in Davos because he didn't get to the podium to speak. He feels like he should have been at the podium to speak. Roll this.
And what's happening across my country. And what happened here
my country.
In Davos. I was going to speak last night. It was a well-established event at the USA House. Simple conversation, discussion. After Trump's speech, they made sure that I didn't. They made sure it was canceled. And that's what's happening in the United States of America. Freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, freedom of speech. It's America in reverse. They're censoring historical facts. They're rewriting history. They're censoring books, 4,340 books in libraries and in schools, banned in the United States of America.
Maybe that's COVID.
You're
like
watching
Nick.
institutions. Any institution of independent thinking
It's
is under
painful
assault
to
and
cross
attack
your
by the Trump
legs like he does.
administration.
Look
You're
at
seeing-
that. Look at that.
Boo-hoo.
Sorry. Yes. I was going to speak, but they wouldn't let me. Why is he even there?
Well, he's there to do exactly what he did, get a lot of attention to his campaign. Gutfeld had a great reference. He said that Newsom was sitting in the cuck chair.
I saw that.
Which I had never heard of the term the cuck chair.
It's amazing.
But now every time I see him, he's going to be in the cuck chair.
Well, you sit there and watch somebody. Your wife.
You're cuckolded. You are cuckolded by
the way,
everybody else in the team.
By the way, Michael Pelka, I'm glad you brought that up. Appropriate from Greg Gutfeld, because that's his job. His job is to be a comedian. His job is to be comment on things and get reaction from people. Not appropriate from the White House. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you very much. Or
Patrick Bateman
or this guy.
Dan is such a crap stir.
Oh, he is. That's why I love him.
Sparkle Beach Ken.
He's the best at his job.
Well, no, he is.
He
and
is.
no Sparkle Beach for us because Snowmageddon
Oh, no.
2026.
What
That's
time's
number 3.
What time's your hotel party starting, Stensland?
Dun, dun, dun. I know. So today, though, it's a nice day, pretty much. Not as nice as mild as yesterday, but 41 degrees. It's going to be windy, 30-mile-an-hour winds, and that's the preview of what is to come. So temperatures will plummet overnight, though, into the single digits. So tomorrow, very cold morning, wind chills below 0, as cold as -20 in the Poconos. Single digits most of the day, and maybe we'll make it to 20 degrees tomorrow. So what about the timing of this baby?
Yeah, for people with 8 to 11 appointments on Sunday at the golf simulator.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, maybe in Delaware. I don't know. I don't really think it's going to happen because it's so much. 250 million people across the country, from Texas on up. When you think about it, 1,500 miles. That's where this storm will have traveled by the time it's done, dumping for our area about a foot of snow. For other parts of the country, and we've talked about this, a sheet of ice, which can be dangerous, and they're worried about a deadly storm moving forward. That's really what we're looking at. But in this one, we're looking at the National Weather Service updating it. Heavy snow expected. Total accumulations 10 to, and they've upped this.
Really?
10 to 18 inches.
For our area?
For our area.
What are they doing at the zoo? Did you tell us what they're doing at the zoo?
Yeah, Dan's got some pictures. But just to update it, Saturday through Sunday. So the big story is Sunday afternoon and then through Monday morning.
Okay.
How much snow will be falling Monday morning? That's what we want to know. Saturday, now they're saying it could even be Saturday as early as 1 p.m. tomorrow through Monday.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to start at midnight.
Yes, or no, excuse me, 10 p.m. Saturday. That is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 p.m. Saturday. That scared me. I'm looking at the National Weather Service's latest. 10 p.m. Saturday. Then the snow is over by 1 o'clock in the afternoon Monday.
Oh, my God.
And they're saying travel could be difficult to impossible.
So there's some positivity there.
Yeah.
Just difficult. What difficult is the best you got?
Does it say, are there amounts, are we going to get more? Obviously, we're going to get more Sunday because it's going to snow all day, right?
Yes.
So, okay.
But it could be, we could see, it looks more likely that for Philadelphia in particular and South Jersey, it looks more like 10 inches, but they're not, it could be 18. They just don't know.
What's the status on the ice? Because I know the ice is actually my biggest concern because of power lines and all of that stuff. So do we have any sort of totals on ice versus snow, or is it turning over? Because I heard when it starts Saturday night, it's going to be the light and fluffy snow. But then it might turn to ice, and I don't know.
I don't really understand that because with 20 degrees, it's not getting above 20.
Yep.
So it's not like it's a precipitation of a wet rain at 20.
Yeah.
So I think the ice.
I think that's
southern.
DC south to like Tennessee.
Gotcha. I getcha.
Or Dover.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's the line. Delaware.
You hear that?
Or South Jersey, Atlantic City. You know what I mean? The
Hear
coastal.
that, Opelka? That's you.
Mm-hmm.
That's you.
That's it. Bend over and Dover. What is that wrong? Sorry.
So also, let's get to, where am I going here? So I know, Dan, two things. First of all, I know that Dan had found this, and this was important as we look at preparing how to protect animals. This is a Philadelphia Animal Hospital, and this is Dr. Leah Chung.
I do see a lot of dogs come in for stepping in salt that's unsafe. It'll mostly be like a burning sensation for them. The paws will get red.
For short fur dogs, jackets are encouraged. During the worst of the weather, walks should look like short bursts.
5-minute potty breaks 3 times a day, that's good.
Hear that?
If I keep threatening my dog, I say, if you don't stop barking, you're going to live outside. And she doesn't.
She doesn't care.
She doesn't listen to me. She always brings in her frozen poop. I said that earlier this morning. Disgusting. Disgusting creature.
Oh, watch a little present.
Put him in a balloon and send him to Minnesota.
Yeah, you have to make sure that salt, that's a good, we got, I joke. I love animals, so I would never, ever put my dog outside. But we got that, we got those big tubs of ice, and we made sure it was pet proof. Pet safe, meaning.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure they're
But, if you walk your dog on the street's been sprayed with stuff, too, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, true.
And Dan Borowski found some, this is pretty funny. This was an interaction on Fox 29 going to a local supermarket. And in Philadelphia, you never know what you're going to get.
Oh, boy.
Inside, we found people in the snack aisles for sure. Extra milk placed in the front of the store.
Oh, for
and
God's
workers
sake.
restocking items. Checkout lines were pretty busy.
I don't like to do last minute. It'll be really crazy in there last minute. It's nuts in there now.
Is it?
Oh, forget about it.
Forget
Andy
about it.
Patrizio is happy to be done.
I got milk, bread, butter, peppers. I'm good.
Toilet paper.
Peppers. One of the food groups.
His snow day meal already planned.
I got some ham steaks, some baked potatoes, some mashed potato on the side, and some beans,
Are you going to have time to eat, or are you going to be busy shoveling?
Beanie weenie.
I'm going to make the sun do that.
That's a good question to go around the room with. What your snow day food? What do you have in Stensland?
I always make a
chili.
Turkey chili.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Me too. Michael Palco, what are you having for?
I'm doing a soup, and I made I've got these preset. These are egg and cheese and spinach. It's kind of like a frittata in an 8-inch pan that will cook up. It's like a deep dish pizza, but it's not.
Yeah, no, that's nice. I like that.
And by the way, the Philadelphia Zoo, they are protecting the animals, preparing to protect the animals.
Thank God.
But the snow leopards and whatnot, they love it. I mean, they were showing the beautiful snow leopards. They love this kind of weather. I don't know if they're gonna. I imagine they might shut it down. I don't know if they've made that announcement. I was looking, but if you can get to the zoo when it's raining or in a snowstorm, nobody's there. It's the coolest thing because the animals all come out.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, because there's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
Yeah. That look at that snow leopard. That's beautiful. Look
God,
at that
they're
thing.
beautiful creatures.
Yeah, look at that thing. Oof. But yeah, I mean, they have to eat and they have to be taken care of. So all the, I guess, all the zoo employees have to be, have to sleep over there or something. I don't know.
It's going to be like Phil and Jimmy Kelly sleeping in the music station studios on cots.
Do we have a camera on our guys if they do that?
By the way, this is the, and by the way, I don't want to hear it from anybody. Like I've done my time. I did the hotels. I did all of that. I'm management now, so I don't have to do any of that anymore.
Well, we should give them a little pat on the back. Today we had crashed the YouTube channel, and those guys were doing their other jobs, but hustled to get it restarted.
They did, and we appreciate that. Yeah. So everybody, when we get on the air on Monday, and we might not be here, but we will be here, if that makes sense. So, and that's all thanks to Phil Almquist and Jim Kelly.
Yes. Amen, brother.
And all the people that are staying over at the animal thing. We appreciate that too.
We do.
Is that what you're calling the Odyssey World headquarters now?
The animal thing. Absolutely.
The zoo.
The zoo.
Morning zoo.
Yeah. What's this? I don't know
Which
what
animal
that
was that?
I don't
Breaking
know.
in the snowstorm?
I don't know what that was.
This Dan has lost it now.
I know. He's like, we got to go. All right. We have a lot prepared for you. We have our own Rich Zioli. I think he's coming up at 11. So
Nice.
we'll talk. It's Friday, so it's Zioli Day. So
Fridays with Zioli on the
Fridays,
Don Stenzel
yeah.
show. The highly rated Don Stenzel show. Look at
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
See you on the other side of the snowstorm, Mike Opelka.
See you on the other side. Yeah, Opelka, stay close because I don't know what Nick Hale is going to be and do on Monday. I have no idea. So
will he have
All
COVID?
Right. I got nothing going on but the rent.
Well, we have
So
a
I'm here.
COVID. I know.
Love it.
So we may be reunited again in the snowstorm. All
Love
right,
it.
guys.
Thank
you. Yep.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Dawn show's going to.
Testudo.
Yes, babies. Dawn show's going to continue right after this. Zioli, we have a lot to update you on. Breaking news when we come back.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Money.